Robotech Defense Force has finally arrived at its objective. The Invid home world, Optera.
Attention crew, after several months our time, we have arrived at the home world of the Invid, the planet Optera. Be ready for anything.
We made it here all right, but there's still something not right about the Sterlings. Haven't been able to do anything about it.
I'm concerned too. Our best ace pilot. Our trainers are out of commission. If there's an enemy group waiting for us, here would be the time to strike.
I can't imagine what they were going through when they were abused on that planet.
We must overcome. Our next assignment is to liberate the planet, if possible. If not, we will return home to Earth defeated, having accomplished nothing out here, except making trouble with other alien races.
Seems the last 2 planets were kind of a mess before we even got there. The odds were not in our favor this time.
I don't like those odds. Prepare to scramble the Veritex.
Aye, sir.
No signs of any hostile enemy units, or even what they look like.
There's a couple of stations or spaceships out here. They appear to be abandoned.
Seems like these guys got out of here in a hurry. Not sure why that would be.
It appears the planet was under attack. Wouldn't there be billions of them? And aren't they energy beings or something? Couldn't they just fend that off?
That was odd even in the other timeline. Why would energy beings need the Earth? Never made any sense.
Maybe they can only stay in energy form for a brief time, and then they have to transmutate back into physical form or something.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know. Something up ahead. Another ship coming in fast. From the planet?
No, from the direction we came from.
Should we intercept?
What are we going to do?
The other ship is hailing.
Hailing us? What for?
Yes, open a channel. We are monitoring. Puny flesh creatures, this is a warning. Do not attempt to stop me. What kind of warning?
I am reading 2 humanoid life forms aboard his ship. Zentradi.
He ejected some kind of pod and they're aboard. We gotta rescue it.
The life signs are Zentradi and they're aboard.
What's he doing? We must get to that pod.
He's rigged the pod with explosives. If we do, it'll blow a hole in the SPF-3.
We can't stay here standing on this flat deck, though. Do not attempt to pursue, or I will detonate the pod and blow your 2 friends into oblivion, and then they will meet the Shapings in person. Do not engage the pod or the enemy ship. We must let the Sentinels deal with this. He's one of them.
Technically, he's a Decepticon, but yeah.
Going to retrieve the pod. The enemy unit has fled toward the planet. Send out rescue team.
Yes, bring in the rescue party. We cannot bring the explosive anywhere near the ship. How do we get them out of here?
I'm receiving a transmission from the pod. Let's hear it. We are packed in here with enough explosives to blow half the ship to pieces. Destroy the pod now, with us aboard. But you'll be killed. We were always willing to sacrifice for the greater good. We want you to kick this pod back toward the enemy ship. No, you'll be killed. I can't let that happen. You have a ship back there and a crew. They didn't get away. Ritter's forces destroyed them. The only people left of us are the ones that are left back on Earth and the ones on your ship. Take care of them. Do what we say. Bretai out. It is the only way. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. I'm quoting from Star Trek, of course.
Why would you do that? Why would you sacrifice yourself?
There's little time. Let them go. If Ritter's ship is damaged, then it won't pose a threat to us.
Your courage will be remembered.
Your orders, sir. Attach one of your missiles to the pod. One short burst toward the enemy ship before it disappears into the atmosphere. Yes, sir.
Wait, can't Zentradi survive in the vacuum of space?
There isn't time. We have our orders.
Exodor, can you jump out?
We have only seconds. If we don't attach it now, we're done. So, that is Optera.
It looks lush and green, but sickly at the same time.
Scans indicate no humanoid life signs so far. There must have been down there before, because the masters reportedly had gone to the planet. Any sign of the Invid down there?
No sign of comm traffic.
A large industrial complex city is evident. Most of it seems to be devastated by some sort of plasma attack or departure. Hundreds of hive cities have just flattened. Synchro cannon type technology, similar to the Hedonites.
Were they attacked, or did they do it to themselves?
Impossible to know. We'll have to get closer. Have the Veritex squadrons go on a scouting mission. I'll come in closer into orbit. Launch them. Aye, sir. But the bioship is moving up behind us. Brun has not contacted us in a while. That's odd. Bring us in, but be careful.
Let's get out of here before they join them. Move out.
Why, you devious little shits!
Hopefully he didn't teleport.
Even if he didn't, there's probably more of him. It's like there's at least 2, if not maybe 3. Like a triumvirate. I don't suppose these guys are, like, associated with that. Let's get back to the ship. No way. Maybe Exodor is still out there. It's possible.
We're back on the hull. Scan for life signs.
Radiation levels are intense out here, but I have something. It's very faint. We're going in.
Wait a minute. We're going to be on the flat deck in a minute, and it's just up ahead.
3 minutes exposure in outer space. Get him inside.
Get him to the airlock. And so, the rescue began as they approached the Invid homeworld, Optera. Late in the year 2030, the SDF-3A arrived at the homeworld of the Invid, Optera, in orbit of a K-type star. It had been a year since leaving Hadon 4, and they arrived there instantly 3 months earlier. They took only 9 months to get to Optera. In the fold, Britai was killed, but Exodor would recover. In the shipboard city, the other recovery began, that of the Sterlings. The hyperdrive shapings of the protoculture had aged up the crew 2 years. Oh, by the way, the Esper powers that these guys had kind of wore off in that year, but as they approached this other planet, they kind of increased again.
Are we observing only this time? That is correct. Only observing. Unless they flip out again.
Uh-huh.
Bowie, do not spit at the table. Dana, I want you to get your pajamas on and get ready for bed. And Aurora, do the dishes.
Hey, you gonna come out here? You're gonna pine away all day.
What's that?
My drawing.
You draw?
Some. Let me see. Leave me alone.
Give me that damn book. No.
Dana, quit fighting with your brother.
He's trying to take my drawing tablet.
What's going on here?
He smacked me.
You listen to me, young lady. You're not Little Miss Princess anymore. You'll behave around here. Or do and say what and live the way I say. And that's final. Got it?
Now, I know we're supposed to be observing only, but get a grip on it. You used to be the finest in the fleet, and can be again. I'm almost 16 years old. I can go live with the Sentinel robots.
You really want to live with the Sentinels? Did the Sentinels really want you to live with them? What's that like?
How come your folks don't want you to live at Fort Max? I'm sure everything will turn out all right in the end, Dana. I am not what I want to be. I cannot be what others desire. And right now, I am Shashashwan? Shashashwan? It's Sentinel. It translates to emptiness of the spark. I don't see that here. Do you know what I see here? I see a young girl who's strong enough to take matters under her own control. I see someone who's a conqueror. I see someone who knows how to take a stand if the moment calls for it. Look at what you've survived, Dana. Take heart in it. It means you're a survivor.
Sparks, any sign of enemy units trying to contact us?
Nothing yet, but we really don't know their language, and how are we going to do that, sir?
Yes, it is weird that we seem to all speak English, as if so we'll ignore it for the time being. I see no sign of alien contact at all, that is except for the Hedonites and the Invid and the Sentinels.
Reading something that just came on. It's the Invid Queen.
Hunt screen.
I am the Regis. I am the one that is many. You have traveled far to reach this planet, but you are not welcome here, human.
I am Rick Hunter, commander of the Expeditionary Force. We met a version of you before, 2 even. You must be the 3rd one.
I am a non-corporeal being which can assume corporeal form. We are the Invid, not those Decepticon imposters. You would do well not to send one of them to our planet. I am Lisa Hunter. We didn't send one to the planet. To what are you referring? The alien called Ritter. He's the power to shapeshift. He's on the planet causing trouble. You should come and remove him, or I will.
What? We're not responsible for Ritter. He killed one of our own. We are not on his side. We're on the side of the Sentinels.
The so-called Invid, the so-called Sentinels. They stole the Promethean fire from us. They will be dealt with in time. Your ship and fleet are no match for us.
Some of the energy sources on the planet have engaged. It appears that there was a large battle contingent headed here. It is mainly comprised of robotic mecha. ETA 6 minutes. Shields to ready. Red alert. Battle station.
Your primitive weapons will be no match for me.
Prepare to scramble the Robotech squadron. Indigo, brown, and vermilion. All ships to ready. Defensive position.
You will not reach the planet alive. They've activated a version of the energy field from last time.
The enemy units seem to be using a similar energy field to the one on the other planet. To power their ships or to confuse. We have still not orchestrated a proper defense to the energy field. And I don't think the shields will hold. They are simply EM shields or armor.
Deploy the enforcers. Deploy the officership. She'll be in range shortly.
Evasive posture indicates that they will target us on the port side when they reach us in 3 minutes. Are the Robotechs in position? They are moving into position now. They will not be here before they hit us. Have them move to pattern Delta. Guard the ship and brace for impact.
They'll be on us in 2 minutes.
There's too many of them. Well, some weird lobster crab thing.
Nah, I really don't like seafood.
They're coming in. Gonna fire. Let them have it. They'll be on our position shortly. Literally on top of us.
There's another jet coming in. It's Jetfire.
Haha. Care to tangle with me? Ha!
There's another coming in. It's Starsinger.
Foolish flesh creatures, ruining a perfectly good day of a battle. Why is he here? I thought I would represent the other version of the Invid. I wonder why they seem to be avoiding him. It's weird. They seem to be deliberately trying not to hit him. No, you must be seeing things.
They do seem to be avoiding the other. Well, I guess he's an Invid, so they probably figured, well, we're not going to engage him.
They seem to be treating Starsinger with kid gloves. Training boxing gloves, really? It's an Earth expression. I just learned it. I know that. The SDF-3 has been hit. Protect the ship. Everyone fire at the enemy. Let's give them a little hospitality. All right, let's see if they're actually trying not to hit me. What are you doing? You see, nothing's happening. Why are they singling me out? Well, maybe they need you for some reason. Get closer and see what happens. They do seem to be avoiding Starsinger.
Again? It can't be a coincidence.
Let me try. Well, they're not after Sentinel power or Autobot power. They seem to be after only the Invid Decepticons. But they blocked them. I can't explain it. That is very unusual. Oh well. I don't like it when my quarry runs away from me because it's afraid of me. That's boring. Regent to Starsinger. Starsinger here, sir. I've been monitoring this weird battle. Seems that the enemy has chosen a side. Our side. Return to base. We will consider our options. The enemy is retreating from the hull of the ship. I wonder why.
Dana, you don't need to be what others desire of you. Okay? I'll see you later. Do you want something to eat, Dana? No, thank you, Aunt Delphra. My things are gone. My drawing book is missing. Your father wanted you to learn a little self-discipline. This way you will learn to concentrate. You see, before long, little girl, you'll be good in school again, and there will be nothing to distract you from your work. Aurora handled it very well. Now it's your turn. Aurora? Like the changes? I think it will prove to do you a world of good. Where's my drawing pad, you jerk?
Children, psst, rest. Psst, rest. Shush. Are you asleep? No.
Here, but don't let Mom, Dad, or Bowie see it. I got to thinking about what Dad did. It's me. And Mom's not being much help. She doesn't like it either. But she doesn't know what to do.
She's mad at me.
Well, no, not really. I think she just wants to be a mom. You know what I mean. I think she doesn't feel like a mom. I think she feels like you don't want her as a mom.
But I do.
No, she thinks you just want the Sentinels, and that you don't want her as a mom. Oh, I don't mean to do that, Aurora. It's just that I feel better when I'm there, I guess. I know, Ress. It's probably not your fault. You've done this since you were a baby. It's just that they want you home, a part of our family. What can I do, Aurora? I don't know what to do. They want to know they're needed. Maybe you should try that. Don't be a pain in the ass, but just ask her to help sometimes. Get some sleep, but hide this stuff from Bowie. We're evil. Hi. What's she done now? Nothing, Mrs. Sterling. I just thought I'd see how everything is. None of your business. Wrong thing to say, Miss Sterling. Are you aware that your child is suffering from perception deprivation? What? No, she's just undisciplined. And bored. Depression will hinder the learning process. Thank you. I'll discuss it with my husband. Goodbye. Was it really Miria saying these things? What did you say to her, Dana? Nothing. Liar. No, I promise. I didn't say anything. I don't know what it's going to take to get it through your head. I don't know what your problem is, Dana. Because I'm dying, and you don't care. Ah, Dana, quit being such a drama queen. You get that from your father.
The rehab is too much for her. We must remove her temporarily from the situation. Max and Miria are not properly recovered either. They're in another part of the facility.
Well, we can't keep doing it. It's driving them insane. We don't want to do that. We don't want to break them. We want to heal them.
They'll never trust each other again. They're completely broken from reality. Man, that joyous drug did a mess on all of them. It's out of their systems, but they're still kind of messed up. I hope it doesn't permanently rewire their brains. This can't be how it ends. We must find something. Optera may hold the key to the promise we seek. However, we've not been able to contact anyone on the planet as of yet.
The locals don't seem to be very friendly, especially not after they kind of blame the Transformers for bringing a space plague to their planet. They didn't, but they think they did. The Invid seem to be fractured into factions, just like the Transformer people.
We will continue to lead the scouting sorties down to the planet, and look for signs of intelligent life as well, and any rebel resistance that we might encounter. Perhaps there are even Sentinels down there. Yeah, we haven't heard a peep from them in quite some time, since we left. We have no idea where they are.
They may have been captured. It's possible there are only a few Sentinels left on 8-on-4.
We have to make plans to move out without them. Doctor, continue to monitor the progress.
I suspect that's what the enemy wanted, to divide our forces and eliminate our 2 best ace pilots, so that we couldn't possibly pose a threat against them. However, it's weird that they haven't bothered to attack us. They just did the other part.
I have a theory on that. They probably didn't think it was going to work. And when it did, they had no plan B. A fair answer. That's probably what happened.
That would suggest that they're so into their own plans and conspiracies, they didn't bother to think whether they should. That shows a lack of understanding of basic motivation.
Well, the doppelgangers and their leader, who we captured, were given no indication that they have anything beyond two-dimensional thinking anyway. They're straightforward. They think everything is good and evil, or black and white, this or that. Sounds binary. But they warned us about the triumvirate that would be here. We haven't found them yet. But the Invid on the planet want nothing to do with us. We will be observing the planet Optera for a little bit, determined that the nocturnes have been. We've been ruled by a Queen Regis, and that the Regis was missing since the space plague, and nobody has seen her. That is true. She used to be sort of married to the Regent. That didn't work out in this timeline, but I imagine it worked out better in the other. For what I'm able to gather, the multiverse is not that fluid. This one appears to be fast and loose, for instance, and time is sped up a bit. We should keep a close eye on this and make sure that nothing comes up that might harm the ship and crew. So far, no sign of actual doppelgangers here, except the ones that we brought from 8-on-4. No sign of the triumvirate either. It's weird because they usually follow the masters. What if they took all of them aboard their motherships and headed for whatever other planet they were going to? Yes, well, in the other timeline that's what happened, but only because the other Earth was devastated. In this timeline, that never happened. So when they arrive at Earth, they will discover billions of people there. And defenses. And they'll be in trouble. Yes, but I'm not sure Earth of this century would stand a chance against alien space vessels. You took most of the robotechnology with you. But the Transformers would be something of a threat to them. Well, in the other timeline, the 15th Squadron and the Southern Cross were apparently part of an elaborate group set out to stop them. They were able to hold them off. But then the flowers of life were released from the spaceship. But of course those things did not take place, nor did they form a 15th Squad either.
Yes, in at least 2 timelines, there was a 15th Squad. However, the one we should be interested in is the one where Dana Sterling was a lieutenant in that squad. Could that be what the aliens were after? Preventing her from becoming a lieutenant?
If that's true, they would have a foreknowledge of space and time equivalent to psychic power. How would they get that?
Maybe they're just in touch with the shapings of the protoculture. They just know something's going to happen, but not exactly what. The universe doesn't work that way. If it did, people would become gods overnight. They would just go zap, and they would win everything. And then they would be like a king in front of everything. It doesn't work that way.
It would make them omnipresent and omniscient, as the Invid seemed to think that they were, because they were partly energy beings able to transcend space and time, but had originally been slug-like creatures.
The original Zor programmed them and uplifted them, from what I hear, into these humanoids, and then into energy beings.
Optimal Zor, Tall Spike Zor guy, or the other one, 6 Zor, the girl.
The Zor were cloned many times, but the closest to the original Zor was either Zor Prime or Remy, not the Transformer version.
There is Zor Prime. Isn't that another Zor as well?
The Masters were not able to program things in exactly, as they were in the previous clone. Of course, you raise a clone and then you train it, because you can't literally give it memories and personality. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't literally become them. So this clone is just a clone that's been programmed.
There was another Zor, 6 Zor. Whatever happened to them? She was trans, of course.
I assumed they were killed on the mission to the Master's planet. But then again, only Grimes was killed.
Attention, Rick Hunter, call to sickbay.
Ah, Rick Hunter. Pleasant surprise in any timeline. I guess you really wanted to go out for a walk in space, huh?
Well, you know me, trying to make a grand entrance.
Bretai didn't make it. He blew up, along with the enemy ship. There was no sign of Ritter in the debris.
Ritter must have teleported. He's probably down on the planet.
It's weird, though, since technically in this timeline we never should have met. That all of these things came together. Even though it's a different timeline. Very unusual. Not sure I understand. The shapings of the protoculture work in mysterious ways, as many of your other deities and entities and such. I don't know if I necessarily believe in shapings of the protoculture, but we're here now. So far, the Invid homeworld turned out to be a bust. No one's here, and yet, do you have any idea where they might have gone?
I had thought about that. It's possible that some of their life force was absorbed into the Transformers, the ones that call themselves the Invid, and the ones that call themselves the Sentinels. Perhaps the darker, more menacing side was absorbed into the Decepticons, and the nicer, more pleasant side absorbed into the Autobots.
Why is it so binary with these guys? Huh? Well, and what about the triumvirate thing? How's that work?
I don't know if that's entirely what happened. I'm just guessing. Let me think about it.
Very well. Get some rest and think about it. The more we know about them, the more you're back on your feet, the better this works out. If this Regis witch shows up in full power, for instance, we're kind of going to be in trouble.
I understand. And you made the right call earlier. I would have done the same in your state. How long do we have to sit here playing goody-goody? I don't like it.
Patience, Starsinger. Soon Ritter will be contacting us. I suspect he survived the attack and turned to the planet.
And if he did not?
Then our deal will be over. But I have a stinking suspicion it isn't over. At least not yet.
No, I am not picking up any transmissions from Ritter at this time. I could scan for his life signs.
That will not be necessary. It will pop up sooner or later. I would prefer later.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Cyclops-Tron in some time. I wonder what happened to him.
I don't know, nor do I really care.
No, what exactly are we planning, Louise?
We have arrived at Optera, homeworld of the Invid. Although we are no longer Invid, we are both Invid and Decepticon. We still have other cards to play, so to speak.
Like some of our guests.
Why, yes. A Robotech master, captured by the Invid, has been feeding them information the whole time, under duress.
You won't get away with this. The Sentinels will find you.
I already have. You're my prisoner until I decide what to do with you. But do not be concerned. If you live to reach the planet's surface, it'll be a glorious end for you.
Oh, swell. I can hardly wait.
You can take that tone with me, because you like being sarcastic, as do I.
Just what do you hope to accomplish coming out here? Optera is dead.
You three Zor are intriguing to me. Most of what goes on here seems to be binary, but you are three. Whereas one of you is trapped among my people, making the other two weaker.
What are you saying? You believe us to be the Triumvirate? You're crazy. How?
I have a theory which happens to seem to fit the facts. My theory is that the Masters never left. No, some of them transcended, merging with the Invid energy field. Very clever.
Nah, you're crazy. Dana, pull the seat back, hon. Good. Now just keep that over your nose. But turn to the side, hon. You don't want the blood to get into your lungs. Nosebleeds like Aurora, really? Makes sense to me. What is going on? How do they simulate all this? It is Transformers tech, with a little Masters tech from the planet. It's part of training sims. We adapted it for rehab. You've been in yours also. I see. When can we leave? It seems troubling to Dana. We still need to run some more tests. It seems that Dana is still under the illusion that her family's out to get her. And you were not. The drug did all that. That and the brainwashing from the cult. Their leader should be spaced, or injected with his own juice until he suffers, and then spaced. Toss his sorry butt out an airlock and see what happens. We are civilized, Captain Sterling. Maybe so, but you humans know about cult leaders and idol worship firsthand, don't you? Caused a group on your planet to downplay a space plague. Millions died for politics. Then the cult leader spaced himself. Ah, President Spurs. He was an idiot. Immortalized as one of 2 humans to die on Wrath, the planet itself, believing he could breathe there. Like I said. Hey, how you doing? Okay, where's Mom? She had to go and take care of something with Bowie. I don't know. She didn't say. Just that she had to go and would be back later. Dad left this here for you. I guess he's sorry for all the stuff he's done. What is it? T.L. Aaron's brand chocolate-covered strawberries. I can't believe Dad did that.
Hey, has anybody seen Mom?
No, stupid. She said something about taking care of someone for you.
Oh, yeah, hey, where'd you get that candy? That's T.L. Aaron's brand.
Dad. Rez, don't eat any more. Why? They're just strawberries. They're not going to spoil my dinner. Besides, Dad gave them. Did he? Blue, 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 blue. It's me on the intercom. How are you doing? Hi, Aunt Delphra. Aren't you supposed to come in and watch us? No, Mom left a while ago and came in. Yeah, he's here. Rest is fine, right now. We just had something to eat. Some strawberries. Dad left them for her. You're okay? Bye. Is Aunt Delphra coming, Aurora? She's on her way. Okay, Mom forgot my backpack. Can I watch TV until Aunt Delphra gets here? Yes.
No.
Bowie.
Aurora, Mom and Dad said she can't watch any TV for a month. She can't go anywhere or do anything except homework.
You should talk, you two-faced deserter. Left us both behind on that planet.
What did you call me?
Please don't play it.
You call me a two-faced deserter.
Rez, oh my God, wake up. We are the 3. We only need the 3rd. No, you can't touch them. These children are protected by the Sentinels. Not concerned. Doppelgangers. Take problem. Sterling DNA required for down payment. Traitor. Bring the doc in here. The simulation is going haywire, as if something else is controlling it. It's creating the sim of the planet where the gang members were for some reason. Shut it down. I can't. The system's locked. We have to cut the power somehow. We can't. Damn it. The shapings of the protoculture have trapped us. It is a trick, a trap, a deception. The Invid are here. Miria, what are you talking about?
Greetings, Sentinels. Yes, and Robotech people. I'm Edwards. You may not know me in this universe, but I've made it possible to cross dimensions using my connection to the Invid Genesis pit on the planet. Yeah, you see, I've come to the planet to destroy you all. Yeah, for revenge. Well, I've seen too many episodes of the new Star Trek. You see, yeah, it's all about Khan, over and over again. You know, it's kind of boring. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish you, starting with these sims and things. The energy field and all that. And I hope you enjoyed the bioship. It will be your doom if the planet's inhabitants fail to do it for me.
Edwards, wasn't he dead? How's it even possible? We should alert the Admiral that the sim has been sabotaged, and we have to get her out of there. Tell me what the hell just happened. Where's Dana? We don't have our powers above this planet. We can't find Dana. We may not need him, sister. We have technology. Over a year of research into what Ritter did when he phase shifted to go and kill Solaria. What? You mean you can go and find her? We created our own phase shifter, thanks to Bretai and Maximus's scans of the devices on the planet. Who wants to volunteer for that mission? Without your powers, how will you find your way back? We didn't all need powers. We'll find them. Hope, find my daughter. I volunteer. Let's move. Time's a-wasting. Ready? Ready here. I've locked onto the half-male Trandy signal. It's her. Beam me up, Scotty. I mean Hope. Phase shift. They're either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Good luck and Godspeed. Desi. Aurora. How is there a breathable atmosphere in here? And who's there? Is somebody here? It's me, Dana. Aurora's wearing my clothes from last year. Dana Sterling. Yeah. Dana, Primus girl, what are you doing here? I don't know. Something took me. It had no head. It had no hands. My hands hurt. Wait a minute. Let me see what I can do. I can't tell which one you are. Who are you? It's Hope. There, girl. Steady. Keep on talking so I can zip in on your voice. Where are we? It's a holding place of some kind. They've been coming and going for the last 2 hours. What? Who are you talking about? Ah, there you be. Hold still. The Dops. They have some very good equipment. I think they're working for someone else. What is it? What's wrong? Nothing. It's all right. Here now. Follow me. You don't want to wallow in the filth here. What filth? Just come with me. Are you okay, Dana? I guess. I'm sore. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been there. Guess I don't know how long most of them have been there. I didn't know you were there at all. I would have done something sooner. Do you know when you got here? No, and where's Aurora? Your sister. I don't know. Maybe they got her, maybe they didn't. I can't tell. Where are we, Hope? In a not-so-nifty place. Where are we, Hope? Sorry, but I thought you were supposed to be back at Fort Max. No, Optimo lost the case. I lost the case. Hope, why are you here? Fight at the train, downtown. Max and I were attacked. I don't know if he's okay. I ended up here. Wait. Hush now. Lie down if you can. You know, I think these must be the same guys who stole the medical records from the hospital. I think there might be a connection between the Dops and whoever must be needing bodies. But why? Why would anyone want to do this? I don't know. Maybe to feed a species, or make human fertilizer, or just slaughter for fun. Who knows? Then, why you, Hope? Why? Transformer physiology? Has to be. We might be mechanical equipment, but we're the most complex pieces of mechanical equipment there is. It'll be all right, Dana. Remy's looking for us right now. I'd swear on it by the Matrix. Hey guys, don't hit me this time, okay? I'm already hurting bad. Hey kid, now don't you get upset. Looks worse than it really is, really. Oh my god, Hope, why would they do this? Just curious, I guess. They wanted to know how things worked and stuff, you know. Well, at least like a gestalt, you know. Can they put you back together? What's that? Yeah, I know they gotta be worried for you. I bet you're wondering how I'm not dead, huh? Yeah. Well, kid, it's kind of like being on a baseball team. Except that you're attached to their bodies, and you feel what they feel. You can count on their moves. You can learn how to work together. Because in order for a whole, all the parts have to agree with one another. Do you guys have to fit together a certain way? Or can you just go together any way you want? What do you mean? Well, let's say you and Medic are the arms one time, and then you decide to become a leg, and the next time Streets becomes the other arm. No, it doesn't work that way. Oh, well, how do you transform? I mean, I know how you transform components on the outside, but how do you change again? What? How long have you been with Sentinels? Well, it's the subspace pockets, girl. You're silly. Now listen up. We just switch components. Pieces that don't belong to the rest of our bodies belong to the whole. So we're interlocked. Into our own intranet. Get it? I guess so. Oh, geez, I've gone and forgotten. What? Well, you're trying to breathe, and you shouldn't be breathing this stuff. Oh? No, Dana, don't fall asleep there. Let's find you a way out of here. I don't want to leave you, Hope. Don't be a fool. Now let me scan the place, okay? Okay. There, I found something. It's just a little above you, girl. What is it? I don't know. Why don't you investigate it and find out? I don't have a key, Hope. You're the key! The key! You know, like in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, Michelle Trachtenberg's character? What is Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Who is Michelle Trachtenberg? Ah, Christ, I'm old. I didn't realize you weren't born yet. It was a TV reference. I did it, Hope. I got it undone. That girl. Open it and see what's inside. It's dark. Yeah, but does it look like it leads someplace? Yeah. Well then, in you go. I can't leave you, Hope. Please, I'll stay and you can tell me more. I'll get up off this flatbed and paddle you good if you don't do what you're told. Now get in there. It's wet and dirty in here, Hope. Are you sure I'm supposed to do this? Yes, unless you want to end up like me. Okay. You okay there, girl? Yeah, I'm okay. Keep going, girl. Don't look back. Okay. Yeah, stop it. Oh, stop. The muck is what's gross. Great. No, don't bury me here. Please, please, don't bury me. I don't want to die. Please, oh God, Optimo, I don't want to die here. Help, somebody, please help me. Somebody, help me, please help me. I don't want to die down here. Hang on, honey. We're calling somebody right now. Just get me out of here, please. What's your name, sweetie? Dana. Dana, just hang tight. Dana, how did you get down here? Somebody took me in Aurora, and I woke up. And they had hope, and then I couldn't breathe, and I crawled into the tunnel, and I think they shot somebody in the room. Perfect. Wake up, kid. No lying down on the job. Who are you? The question is, who are you? Me? Am I dead? And you're a god or something? No, I'm literally the older you. The other timeline. You see, in about 2 or 3 years from now, in my timeline, I would command the 15th Squadron of the Tactical Armored Space Corps of the Southern Cross. How is that possible? Oh, I was still every bit the maverick outlaw you are. However, I was a bit more regulated, let's say. My upbringing was completely different. Oh yeah, how so? Well, for starters, when I was about 11 years old, the SDF-3 expedition took off for the stars and left me on the Earth with the Emersons. Wait a minute, let me get this straight. So in the other timeline, Bowie and I were adopted by the Emersons? Yeah. That's right. Max and Miria didn't have their third child until after the expedition left Aurora. But in this timeline, they stayed behind for a few years and had her and then left. The timeline has changed. This is your timeline. So make it what you will. Timelines give me a headache. Yes, it seems the bad scientist guys were trying to figure out why I didn't get sick or something, like the others did, but got sick for other reasons. Well, I'd love to explain it all now, but that would be the end of the story. No, their story hasn't been written yet. It's weird right now. Think. What's going on? What are they doing? Why do they keep letting me relive events that happened? It appears your family is trying to help you. It's some sort of rehab, and yeah, I guess it works. I don't know. If the universe is completely changed, I don't become this Commander Dana Sterling in the future, then what happened to the universe? Oh, some French girl takes her place, and she goes on the mission to the other planet. The Masters go there instead of Earth. Twin moons and all that stuff. Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. They call the other universe Southern Cross timeline anyway. But this is an alternate version of that. It's all very complicated. So tell me, why are they so interested in me? Even the bad guys on a distant planet. Why do they want me? Doesn't make sense. I'm just a girl. The first hybrid of a human and a Zentradi, well, Meltrandi, Aurora, and the late Maya were, of course, adopted. How come the adults didn't figure that out? They didn't ask you. They should have. They're acting like 80s people who have never asked their children what they're talking about. And then they wonder why their children flip out later, because they don't get it. They try to blame it on television, bad parenting, or too many video games, or not getting out enough. Well, it's probably a combination of all those things, but not just the one thing. It's never two things. It's never black and white. It's at least three. A triumvirate. You seem awfully sure of yourself. I wish I was sure of myself. You will make it. You'll have your own destiny. I don't know what it is yet. Wait, come back. I have more questions. There is a time. Know that. The Robotechs are on your side. Oh, and your parents are too. Oh, and something's messing with you, and you must defeat it.
What happened in here? No, it looks like a bomb went off.
Seems like the simulator broke. Was anyone hurt?
That's Strawberg over there. I've awakened.
Oh, what happened? Last thing I remember is Miriam was complaining about the simulation. And then there was Dana freaking out. And then Edwards' face appeared on the screen. Everything exploded, like in a cheesy G.I. Joe cartoon. Edwards? I thought we left his dead corpse back on Earth in this timeline. How did he survive?
Well, we didn't kill him. It's just that he was killed during the Transformer War, at that space city that was near one of the SDF ships. And a lot of that ship was used as a space frame to build this. He must have left some stuff behind. We should have checked and scrubbed all his databanks and stuff. It seems he's probably put viruses in the computer. That's bad.
As a matter of fact, he did. He claimed that he was going to use the bioship against us somehow. Seems that these Sims were too perfect. Seems he was in cahoots with this Zand guy as well.
I don't even think he could have pulled that off. He must have had help. I want to find out who the traitors are and stop them.
He said something about the Genesis pit, using the Invid planet to kill us all. I don't know how he would do that. It seems the Invid aren't even here. And that's because of the space plague. He kind of blamed us for the space plague. Even though you weren't here yet. This shows that the guys from the other dimension are to blame as well. He's insane, or perhaps he's a sociopath. Whereas this version of reality is different from ours, and he just assumes that everyone else is as crazy as he is, and not. Hey, where's Dana? And where's Miria? She was saying stuff about wanting to find the cult leader, get rid of him, and space him at an airlock.
Oh, great. Security to the brig. Make sure nobody goes after the cult leader. If anybody does, arrest him too. Sir, this is security. They're not responding, and neither is the brig.
Something happened to them.
We need to go down there. Let's move.
Without backup? Are you kidding?
We must get to the others fast. Summon the Sentinels. Soledad, have you completed your analysis about the battle earlier? I have completed it, sir. The Invid attack force which struck the SDF-3 was distracted and left when it saw Starsinger. Maybe they just really love me. I find that unlikely. It is more likely that the Invid energy that was absorbed enabled you to be protected. Perhaps we can use that to our advantage. Yes. We would have to go down to the planet's surface. To do that, we would have to have permission. Shall I hail the other version of the Regis? It might be prudent to gauge her abilities. Very well. Open a hailing frequency.
Regent, we meet again. It seems the version of me you met on the other two planets. And now, you meet another.
What is the meaning of this? How were you able to do this over light years? You don't have hyperdrive on that thing.
We are now in corporeal entities, which can become corporeal. This is easy for us to travel hyperspace, in a non-corporeal form.
Nice trick. You might show me that sometime. But are we welcome here on this planet, or is one of my warriors just merely guessing?
It's complicated. When I returned to this system, I found that my exoframe was corrupted by organic life. This organic life appeared to be Decepticon in origin. Ancient Guardian, in fact. And when it did that, it altered my geostructure, and I became a Guardian.
A guardian of what?
Apparently the last creature that I imprinted on when I left Adon 4.
Let me guess. Me.
That's ridiculous. I'm fond of saying that word, aren't I?
I was wondering, though, are you jealous, Regent? It appears in the other timeline we were married. Well, obviously not.
Yes. No, we're not. But this planet belongs to you. Should we not join forces and crush the Sentinels and the Robotechs?
That would be delightful, but it's not time to do that yet. We must lure them to the planet, or they would effectively be trespassers. And then we can deal with them.
The Invid would do good to follow us.
Don't be ridiculous. Oh, I did it again.
Oh yes, by the way, Ritter needs to be taken out. He's annoying. He's down on the planet causing trouble. I know the Sentinels didn't send him, and the Robotechs didn't either.
So you've decided to turn on Ritter. I don't need him anyway. I'll consider it. Kordak Deutsch. Max, kill it. Who's their Max? City Commander Ultra Maximus, sir.
Let him in.
You're not going to like this. Can I ask what happened? Did you see the news broadcast? No.
You didn't?
No.
What's this?
You're not going to like this. Do you recall something about a crate that appeared from nowhere and had 3 Interior Screamers packed tightly in it? Nope, I don't know nothing about any Screamers. Until an hour ago, neither did I. You are, of course, aware that the inventory stock has been haywire. Yeah, it's been like that for several weeks. What's the problem?
Electromites, perhaps?
What? Didn't something like this happen last year, too, on the other planet? It seems some of those shipments directed to Bowie Sterling also included weapons, among other things, and a crate containing 3 Interior Screamers. This is what I think it is. A fragment of some of the material from the road barricades. From that other planet, yes. But we're here on this planet. It would seem that this gang is not just limited to one solar system. This came with it. Does Tall Spike know about this? Perhaps he'll wait until he's come out of recharge. Tall Spike was called out of recharge by the officer in question to investigate. Stickler the God? That's the one. So this means we have a Screamer out on the street, and we don't know who has it, except they left this as a calling card. Correct. Well, I'm heading into town anyway. I want to personally talk to Talomsky about the latest communication from the doppelgangers.
What?
Kordak Deutsch. I haven't heard that phrase in a very long time. Well, I heard it today, Maximus. The executioner puppet used that very phrase. Optimo, your boss. Talomsky's on the phone. Wants to talk to you. Patch him through. I'm leaving to make someone's life miserable, Optimo. Chief Talomsky?
Hey, it seems like it's been over a year.
What'd you think of the broadcast?
What broadcast?
Didn't you see it?
Sorry, Optimo. I don't have a clue as to what you're talking about.
The Watchers, the doppelganger, sent another TV message.
Optimo, we never intercepted any transmission at the station, and we got 3 TVs going on at once.
It was here, on the ship.
No, Optimo, sorry. No one's seen anything here at all.
That's strange. Max, did you record the transmission? Affirmative, Commander. And it was in fact a transmission? Yes. I'm bringing in a copy of the transmission. I should be there in a minute. The transmission was meant for you only. Apparently. That might explain the ancient Chunamik warrior's vow. You and I are the only. Maximus, you're right. You and I are the only ones here that know anything about that. How could they know? It's possible that the cult leader Zand isn't a god at all, but alien intelligence. It could be that this intelligence can travel interspatially and lives in a sister dimension. 6 million years. That's a long time. Even the distance between Earth and Schumann. Everyone makes pit stops, Optimo.
Very true. Kordak Deutsch.
What is that? Sounds like Swahili slang.
It is from a planet that no longer exists. Ultra Maximus and I once visited a planet called Chunum, far into the Sagittarius sector. Most of the villages and cities were decimated by what looked like to be an invasion. Those that survived were sick and dying from starvation. Kordak Deutsch. Live violence, die. The English translation would be more like, live by violence, die by violence. It is an ancient gangster's vow of death. They would keep murdering and destroying until they themselves were killed.
And now these bozos have targeted you for a private email?
I don't know. Ultra Maximus suggested that maybe cult leader Zand is in fact an alien intelligence rather than a god. Commander, the Chinook phrase, why would the doppelgangers use it? It's a clue, Streets. It tells me that cult leader Zand is responsible for the destruction of an entire planetary population. But Optimo, considering the meager tactics the Dops are using now, they could easily be stopped. The government is merely giving us time to deal with it ourselves. But if the Dops were a shipboard threat, all they have to do is bomb this whole area. I don't see how this gang could concentrate only on city to city, could obliterate an entire planet. It doesn't make much sense, unless Chunum wasn't very well modernized. It was, Streets. That's the kicker. Chunum was advanced as Earth is now.
Commander, I just thought of something else. The DNA. How would it fit in the picture?
I don't know, Tolomsky. But what you said about Chunum, the similar circumstances occurred there. The DNA, Optimo. What if this alien intelligence is the source of the DNA?
Makes sense.
It still doesn't answer planet-wide destruction, Optimo. Even with all the powers the DNA and the joys provide, it still doesn't answer how they could kill the whole planetary population. Unless they had screamers. We must find the screamer, Jax. I can't overstress the importance of finding the weapon.
Is it a new form of atomic bomb?
Nope, something much worse. Sometimes I think Optimo has more faith in me than I do myself. What does that mean? I've been racking my processors for the past several weeks, looking for little nuances, patterns, and certain phrases or symbols. Something that would give us more of a clue as to how these guys are thinking. So far, there's been nothing that I can think of.
Something's bound to click, Streets.
That's so easy for you to see, but I just can't see it. What is it?
Them. Two. Oh, Primus, everything's done in pairs. Think of it. Every time there's been an attack, it's always been done in twos. The Dops come in pairs. Optimo and Maximus were attacked by two blue stolen Veritechs. You better calm yourself, girl. You're gonna blow something out.
Chief, I don't know why I didn't see it before, Chief. Cult leader Zand himself is not one gender, but two. The Dops can divide themselves into two people. Whatever they attack, it's always been twice. Duality, blood, and war.
Well, I don't know. Seems one thing the Dops never done was attack the same place twice. Good point. How about that one, Professor?
Chief Cult Leader Zand and the Invid Regis are two different people.
What was the significance of those two? Or did they have anything to do with the cult at all?
I don't know. If and when the Dops attack again, I'm sure it'll be a place significant to the whole city. Chief, what was that building all about anyway?
What, the one Miss J found the bodies in?
Yeah, that's it.
Parking, not much else. There was an office at the top floor, but the building was going to be converted into a parking facility.
For humans and aliens between the business district and the mall and the stadium, as it was rebuilt after Haydenites took it over and the Invids fought for it. Then the city held a trial, and the zone defense was used as a maze created by the Invids, then mapped out and turned into a game arena. There must be something else in the city that has a significant duality. We must think of it. Hey, I'm going to go screamer hunting. You want to come and lend me a hand? Now? Yeah, now would be good, and you can bring with you some air support. That'd be nice. Well, okay, guess the rest of my brainstorm will have to wait. My boss says he needs me, and I'm going to have to look for that screamer.
That's all right. I'll give you a problem to my boys and see what they come up with.
It seems the enemy units have him holed up in the city here somewhere. We gotta find him before the others do.
I'm getting readings from over here. Let's move.
If the cult leader and the others got a hold of Dana, they probably holed up in something similar to what they did on the other planet. We should probably search the rundown district. Think they'll be that obvious? I don't see why not.
We need to find them before something happens. Let's move out.
Let's check over there. Alert the authorities that we're close. Yes, sir. The Robotechs are tracking us as well. Go down in the city block. Let's have a look over here.
Now there seems to be signs of struggle up there.
And what's weird is we're still inside the ship. Like they wouldn't have a slum in here. That's weird. Well, then let G.I. Joe protect all of it. Well, there would be no slum in here, that's for sure. Well, you've got to clean this place up. And knowing will be half the battle. Now don't go start singing the theme song, or we might get flagged by YouTube.
Are you kidding? We probably already got flagged by YouTube, just because we mentioned there was a girl child in it.
Would you guys stop being so silly? This is serious. Something's over there, check it out. No, doppelgangers, how did they get out? Get those gang members, stun them. I'm on it.
How did they know?
I don't care, we must run. Where do you think these guys are going? Activate the stun unit. Hold it right there. The stun unit is ready. You dare. Hold it right there, or he's going to stun you silly. Activate the stun unit. Oh yeah, Texas. How come I didn't notice that he had a missile launcher on his back?
Oh, yes. Fire the mini screamer.
I missed them, but I shot the building.
They shoot about as well as Cobra. But if they fire that thing at the hull, they might shoot a hole in the ship.
I don't think they care if they got sucked out into space. Forget the stun guns. Let's nail them with the real thing. Where are you pointing that thing, sir? I think you're overcompensating for something, but they don't care. I got us pinned already. Not today. Yo, Joe. Oh. Damn, you blew the shit out of him. Look at the mini screamer from the wreckage.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Peekaboo.
Commander, streets. Sir, I was in the area, and I was wondering if you picked up on the screamer signal.
Nope, we haven't picked up on it yet.
No, isn't Tall Spike looking for it? Yes, sir.
Jameson, what day is it? Star Trek Day, sir? Thank you, D. And send messages to my office. All right, Commander.
Tall Spike? So there's a lady and a lion here to see you. They said it's urgent. Aslan? Pass them through. I'm sorry, I can't control it. Aslan? Yes, I'm here. But the city is so loud, and everything is covered in blood. Stay there. I'm coming right for you. No, that's what they want. No, you must call Tallspike back to the fortress. Back! Aslan.
The whole city is swimming in blood. You must stay. 2 moons, dark. 2 minds, 1 soul. 2 genders, 1 life. And a scream in the darkness of night. And the windows, so much glass. My hands hurt.
I'm coming, Aslan. Forgive me, if I had known. Can I give you a ride home?
The city is about to scream.
A plaything.
Could you just take me to Fort Max for a while? I'd feel safer there. I just can't stay here right now.
It will be my pleasure to allow you to ride on my back to the fortress. And Allison, what? Welcome to Wonderland. What the? Well, that's something you don't see every day.
They sabotaged the rehab sim and took Dana at the same time some of them took your hope, and others were taken. And then they used doubles of us to convince some of them to leave, and even to stop security. They breached the brig and took their leader out before Miria could get to him, and you bots are the only ones capable of finding them.
I got it. I got the signal. I thought we couldn't pick it up at all. I don't know, maybe the static cleared. I mean, I'm not getting anything. But I have it. It's southeast. Come on. I don't like this. If I picked it up, the rest of us should have picked it up too.
Maybe he set his frequency at a higher level or something. Maybe it's not Zeta 9 frequency.
No, we're being herded. Oh, shit. Didn't I hear Optimo say that the Sentinel Council once called you nefarious? The Council was angry because I taught Optimo how to fight.
I believe it.
I didn't know you had other company. How come I didn't see that coming? Allison, my love, no.
Soon I shall be one with the shapings, but when I rise again, I will be more powerful than ever.
You bastard! And now that I have my powers back, I always wanted to do this.
No, get out of my head! Ah!
Stop! All of you, stop!
Not yet.
All of you will put down your goddamn weapons and surrender, or surely Temple here gets it.
Don't listen to him. He's a freaking dop. Just kill him. Kill him.
The three who act as one. They're in the tank. Triumvirates.
Nah, there's only two of us here right now.
This is futile. We're all gonna get killed by them damn tanks.
Farrington, Tallspike, we got it all wrong. We should be attacking their religion, not them. What are you talking about? It's the Dop's greatest asset. They're twins. If we could kill off the twins, we'd leave them half themselves, too. They operate in doubles, but we have no way of seeing them.
No, forget it. Forget it all. It's time for Lord Cult Leader Zan to come. The time is now. Kill them all. Kill every one of them.
Roya, what are you doing down here? Be careful.
I will. Don't worry about it. This isn't up for debate, even if the Joes came back. But that guy, he's a fraud. Hey, you're a fake trans person. You should be ashamed. The community does not welcome fakes. Also, you're against trans people. That makes you a hypocrite, too. And I hate that.
Oh, what's the matter, Roya Hunter? Don't you wish to spread my story to all the universe? You could be all-powerful. How about you, half-breed Dana? And what about you, Miria Perina Sterling?
I cannot allow this ghastly demon to live. I must therefore declare the Meltrandi right of glorious vengeance on him, and send him back to the pit. Prepare to die.
Over there. The Joes are here. What a mess.
Captain Sterling, don't do it. I want to make him suffer.
No, Miria, don't do it. Don't stoop to their level.
He tried to drive my daughter crazy and destroy my family. I will therefore declare him to execution. He will be terminated. Then we'd be no different than him, stooping to his level.
No, he cannot exist anymore. I therefore condone his execution. Don't try to stop her.
Go ahead, try to destroy me. Go ahead. But I'm an energy creature. We'll just return to something else. Kind of like the shape creature, Michael Myers in the Halloween series on Earth. Only less cheesy and less repetitive anyway. So yes, go ahead and act revenge. Fine.
Tickle us, do we not laugh? Prick us, do we not bleed? Wrong us, do we not revenge? To be or not to be?
I guess I'll leave you three alone with your creator for the time being.
And now we are three, Admiral Hunter. If the Dops are stopped, how come we still kind of have our powers? It's a gift from our genetic progenitor. It's probably more like the Invid force field's back on. We gotta stop it. Oh, I was hoping we got space powers, like Jedi or something. Wrong series. This is Robotech.
It's over. There are no others to follow Cult Leader Zan. I don't think it'll be back.
I'm sorry we didn't come sooner.
Forget it. It probably would have resulted in more casualties. Well, you allow us to take her home, won't you, Chief?
Allow? I wouldn't let anyone else take her. I got an APB out on Bowie right now.
Cult Leader Zan was not a god. No, he wasn't even an energy alien. He was just using tech to do what he did.
I take it you can clean the mess up and get the work crews in here.
We will do it. Yo, Joe.
We need to run a careful search for the rest. Somewhere in the city. Everyone move out.
Hi.
Miss Sterling.
What you doing?
Hope is still missing. We were wondering if you could help us find them.
I think it's that way.
Are you sure?
Well, no, I didn't know what time it was when I was found. Just that the light was really bright and I was really tired.
How do we know we were even there? How can we be sure?
Because Zand never replaced the grate. We left, and they didn't bother to put the grate back where it was.
Your turn there, pal. I'm on it. I found something. Looks like a hole in the flooring. Where? By the tiger's den area.
That's it. I climbed through that, but I didn't know from where.
Service tunnel, air shaft, sewer.
It could be a sewer, but from her description of the room they were in, most likely not.
Ventilation from what? A kitchen?
No, if I recall, VR World smokes its own salmon and jerky. It could be in a room that allows them to do that, perhaps someplace in the ship itself.
Hey, Remy called. Wait for us.
I'm not going down there.
Hope! It's Hope!
Let me see here. Hey, like my new quarters? I thought since my present neighbors complain about the noise I make, I might move down here. Very funny.
I don't see any other bodies down here. It's a meat carrying area. Well, we rescued you again. Oh, there's the phase shifter. That might come in handy. We'll take that too. We couldn't tell them that Dana had not completed her rehabilitation yet, so we simply placed them in the simulation here to settle her a bit while we continue. What's going on? Make her believe she's still hanging out with Optimal Zor?
The incident with the cult leader did happen. Miri killed him with the energy crossbow, and now we have to toss her in the brig.
Yes, but she'll have to cool off for a while.
What if Dana doesn't recover, and then doesn't become the lieutenant, and go back to the Earth, and join the Southern Cross?
I don't think it matters in this timeline. The cult leader just thought it did. So his plans were kind of pointless then. What are we doing here? Attempting to liberate another planet. We have no idea what we're doing, but then again, I'm not sure how the other universe they did it either. And we still haven't figured out how Edward sabotaged the other sim.
I take it you have your best people working on it.
Yes, rest assured we will find the culprit.
The culprit could be back on Earth, and then you'd never find him.
Jameson and Lang, may I have a word with you? I believe I have pertinent information to your case. Really? What would that be? Yes, and you're up and around again. I probably shouldn't be just yet, but I just thought to let you know that Ritter, the character, is probably involved in most of this. I'm sure he wasn't working with the gang, but behind the scenes, you see. How did you know that? Exodor may have a perception like yours, or is just naturally good at guessing.
Esper powers, I think not. It's just this place, this energy field around the ship.
Bowie and Aurora appear to have a natural ability to know certain things were going on in the sim. I have a theory I would like to tell you. This is classified, only for the top levels of the crew. Dana, in your own words, can you look at me in the eye and tell me the truth? Are your parents good parents or not? Objection, Your Honor. The question is unfair. Why? Is this not what this is all about? Objection overruled. Prosecution, please continue.
I'm not safe at home. I could have been raped. I could have. I lost everything I owned in my room. He took away all my toys, my clothes, my drawing pad. He let Bowie come back after he hurt me. He let Bowie poison me with joyous. I can't sleep in my bed anymore. I'm afraid I might get killed.
No cross-examination or further questions, Your Honor. Dana, you may step down. Jury, it is left for you to decide. Jury may make deliberation behind sealed doors. Lead juror, has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. In light of the evidence from the last couple days, we have come to the conclusion that Dinah Sterling be placed under the custodianship of Optimo and Tallspike Zor for the benefit of her safety and well-being. It is the final decision of this court that Optimo and Tallspike Zor be awarded custodianship of Dana Sterling and all the duties and responsibilities therein. All detailed matters will be conducted in the final draft of the arraignment. Dana will be allotted visitation rights to her family, but her residence will be on the property of Fortress Maximus.
I'm sorry you and your family have suffered so much, Dana. I know you must be very angry with me and Tallspike for taking your sister away. You took nothing, Remy. You could do nothing to take anything away. Even I know that. You see, in another year I will be going off to college, and there will be no one home to take care of Aurora. No one to make sure of anything. So I had to do something. I had to make sure that when I come home to a sister who's alive and happy. She can't be happy at home. Dad took everything away from her. Is that fair? He's an obsessive control freak. He tried it with me, so I buried myself in my books to get away. But she isn't like me. She can't be like me. She needs freedom. And I knew that, and I had to do something to ensure her safety, even if it meant missing her.
You're the one who alerted the news media?
It was all I could think of. It was the last shred of hope. I thought that if people knew what's going on, someone else knew, then they'd act.
The runaway note, the DNA sample, the box?
It was all me. Aurora, if you need anything, you know who to call. Thank you. I think this is yours. I guess all monsters are not all big and ugly. Well, you'll be all right. Yes, I'll be okay. You might have nightmares, you know. I'll be okay, Remy. But there's one thing, I have to tell you something. It'll be a secret. I'm listening, Dana. No, Max is too. I don't want him to hear it. I can swear you that Max won't tell a soul. Good night, Remy. Good night, Remy. I think you misunderstand our relationship. Good night, Dana. Oh, sorry, I just thought that. It appears we overdid the endorphin and estrogen inhibitors in the room. Whew, I was getting a little hot under the collar there. Well, Dana is almost 18, so...
Ladies, let's not add that stuff to the program just yet, okay? In the weeks following the trial, the Invid Decepticons and the Sentinel Autobots have set up camp on the planet Optera, home world of the Invid. We have not heard from Cyclops Tron in a while. We must go send a search party to look for him. I thought that he fell through a space bridge earlier. It was an accident.
And no one went to look for him? Oh well.
Well, we haven't seized this planet either. But now that we're going to be here, we might as well make the best of it. I still haven't been able to find Ritter or the Regis.
We have found no sign of them, nor have we found any sign of an enemy fleet large enough to defend against us. We should attack and take the planet for ourselves.
Except the planet doesn't have any flowers of life, or protoculture. Apparently the Masters took all of them and fled, and then they bombed the planet into lifelessness. The only way they could survive down there is in spacesuits or robot mecha. That would make the humans vulnerable.
Or we should take the advantage. We are here now. We have merged with the Invidescence and became more powerful than ever.
Yes, but also it limits us somewhat. There just aren't enough of us. It's just ridiculous yet again that we must go about grandstanding, and then we oversee everything, and clearly there's only a few dozen of us here. Isn't that a trope?
Oh, stop.
Security alarm? Is there anyone at the brig right now?
Sir, the Autobot, he escaped.
You let Six Zor out. How did this happen? Well, don't just stand around. Stop him.
Bye-bye, Decepticons. Been nice knowing you.
He's heading for the airlock. Should I pursue?
Where's he gonna go? We're still in the sky over the planet.
He has a flight mode, you fool. Go get him.
Very well. Let us pursue him.
Yes, move out, but do not fail me.
Yes, sir. Well, come on. Oh, come on. No one's even coming after me. I'll just bug out of here right now. See you later, chumps. Transform dash.
There he is on the hull, after him.
They're transsexual. After them.
Just follow him or her, them, whatever. Okay, Screamer. Why does everyone think I'm Starscream?
You're basically his anima, and I'm that of Ramjet. You Decepticons coming?
I'll give him a head start, and then we catch him. Transform dash.
Are you coming or not?
Hey, come back here.
He's getting away. The Region won't be pleased.
They jumped into the atmosphere. They're insane.
I'll have to report back to the Regent.
We're finally here. We've landed on the planet. No sign of hostiles yet. We got hundreds of troops coming down here. We'll hold them off. Pretty ballsy of us coming down here, considering that Regis lady forbid us from doing it. Of course, she doesn't show up and decide to paste us all. I won't let you mess up, Max. Let's move. I'm up to this. We're going in, finally. So this is almost it. Men, move in and be careful. First sign of trouble, we have to fire. The doppelgangers that escaped during the battle several weeks ago arrived on the planet and set up camp. In turn, we also set up camp, but now we have to stay under the domes. But we can still get out. As we stay in the spacesuits, we'll be alright. Unfortunately, this is a disadvantage. If they desired to shoot us, we'd kind of be in trouble. This way, everyone. Who was in that shuttle? What caused it to land? Got a breach in the cafeteria. Let's move it, people. Get the wounded out of here. The medics will have to move them carefully. They can't stay here. The dome has been compromised. The atmosphere is being sucked out into the toxic atmosphere of the planet.
We need to get in there and seal that breach.
We gotta get the blast doors down. The blast doors. I'm on it. Here's the blast doors. We're leeching the hatch. Too late. The hull has been breached. Dana's in there. She's got a power armor, but I hope she put it on. The Sentinels are in there. They're robots. They'll help her. Davey, A-OK. Moving.
Everyone to your Transtector battle suits. Roll out. They brought me in for the damaged shuttle. I don't know how to survive. Now what am I going to do? Quickly. Hi, I'm Sixzor. We must escape from this place before it explodes. Oh, I know you. You're not a stranger. It's good to be known. Haha. Any idea what's blowing up things around here? I don't know, but we have to get out of here before it happens again. And it likely will.
Very well.
Dana, quit chatting and get into the mech. Good, let's transform and roll out, but not show it. Medical team reports that Tall Spike has been injured.
Another kaiju, really? It has been a while. I guess they wanted a sequel. That thing must be inorganic, as the atmosphere is toxic. And it's ugly, too. Prepare to attack. The thing looks big and merciless. But not with sentient pilots like the other one. Rusty. Maximus. What happened? Not sure. Tall Spike called in half-conscious. Said all 3 of his crew members and 2 ambassadors were dead, and the same entity had drained the ship's power, and was slowly attaching itself to his body. The ship crashed, and now this.
What was that all about?
He's not dead.
I escaped from the Decepticons, and then I came here.
Well, that's brave of you.
Dad, I escaped too.
Well, good job, Dana. The kaiju's leaving. He's badly damaged just from being in the atmosphere. He's walking away. The giant creature's bugging out and he didn't fight us. Well, the giant just bugged out and we should go track it. You take Tall Spike back to repair bay. Yo, Joe. Let's go tracking. He can't die. No, we're going to do everything we can to save him.
He's not going to die. I don't want him to die. He's supposed to stay and take care of us. If Tall Spike were to die, would he go to heaven, Optimo? If he dies, will we see him again?
We will see him again, Dana.
Will we see him again in heaven?
All of Primus has chosen to have a special place, Dana. Tall Spike will be going to a far more wonderful place than here. He'll be happier there than anyone.
Will we see him again? Will we see him there?
Yes, the Matrix is far more than what it appears to be. It's a gateway that leads to many other things.
Will I go there when I die? Will I see Tall Spike again?
I don't know that. How is he? Situation. How is he doing? It's too early to tell yet. I inspected what was left of the shuttle. It attained Zor's attention. Exactly what you and I thought. Ritter the Haydenite was using that giant robot to intimidate us directly. Diabolical. It has no physical form now. It'll be harder to track until it can find a new body. Very well. I need to recharge and reset my rifle. I can't let you come. It knows you, Zor. It knows your sequence. Obviously, it knows Tall Spike's too. If you came, if you followed me, you'd only be endangering the mission. But Ultra Maximus, you and I are the only ones that can recognize it in any shape. I am not denying that it will be a difficult task, but it will not recognize an Invid as readily as it would a Sentinel. Remember, fusion versus fission. However, I can't let you go alone. Oh no, don't you go raising a double standard on me. Whenever you and Tall Spike leave, I have to fight Program and Shell to get you two to take someone. And now you're doing the same to me. That's not exactly fair, Zor. When Tall Spike and I leave, it's to escape. It could be a big difference.
Well, I escaped recently, although it seemed too easy. Better check me for sabotage or explosives. I showed up with Dana during the battle and all.
Well, that was really stupid. She could have been killed.
Sorry, Captain Sterling, sir. It won't happen again. I won't let him die. The Guardian will protect us.
It's true. The lion is back.
Yes, it's true. And this time no force in the universe will stop me.
I have an idea. Maximus, take the lion with you on the mission.
Very well. Hey, Ultraman, what's happening?
Did you receive my transmission?
A letter from you's like getting a T.L. Aaron's chocolate candy box straight from home.
I wouldn't go that far.
What's wrong? So?
Has the planet Optera got cooties or something?
Tall Spike was injured. I'll fill you in later. He'll pull through. If you don't pull through, I'll kick his ass in the afterlife.
You know, I still think what I thought before.
What's that?
That the energy matrix been tainted somehow. That the Quintos somehow tampered with it just before they left Tyrol, way in the beginning. And I think Op's seen stuff that shouldn't be seen. And he's just keeping it all to himself, just 'cause he'd be upsetting everyone else. After all, you know he still blames himself. I know, I wish he would see the other side of that. That he didn't start anything. A lot of slaves were freed. Exodor would have been executed hadn't Zor stepped in to challenge Regent. A lot of races would have been gone extinct. No one would have tried to oppose the Robo-Smasher, either. What did he see, Mags? What did he see that made him close up tighter than the Mechaniclam? I don't know. He just doesn't want to ever come back to this planet. He considers Earth his home now.
Turns out I'm clean. That means Regent just didn't want me around anymore.
That's because you probably annoyed him to death.
I get that a lot. You know, for one of the three who act as one, I always feel like a third in a cell, you know? You get it? Star Trek reference? Third? Forget it.
So, Mags, why'd you come to call me here? Ritter the Haydenite's on the loose. I've come to collect an artifact and capture it. I guess I'm taking a cat with me. Your work isn't done yet. Do not be afraid. I will not leave you until the day you can walk again. I can't believe this. It's gotta be a dream. Now, come on, it's the Matrix. Trying to be all dramatic and stuff. I guess you're not into that kind of thing, at least not right now. Why should I be? I've been dead before. Well, you're technically not dead. You're kind of in a coma. You mean like Duke on G.I. Joe in 1987? That was stupid. He clearly was dead. They just pretended he was in a coma. Yes, I've seen that. And the 2010 one in which Duke was decapitated. He certainly wasn't in a coma then either. Well, I hope I wake up soon so I can join in the fight, with my head intact. That's the spirit, but Maximus may have to face the enemy alone, because it is his destiny to face Ritter alone. Optimus Prime? Or really, because you say so? Yes, Optimus Prime sends his greetings across the shapings.
Hey, you're awake. Your injuries aren't fully healed yet.
I need to go find Maximus. Where is he?
He left to go fight the Haydenite or something.
I gotta go catch up with him. I need somebody fast.
You aren't ready to go anywhere.
Jetfire, I need you to catch up with Maximus. But you're not fully recovered.
Do as I say.
What's with the urgency? The Primus thing we encountered. It's some sort of energy field that resists the other one. In a sense, it is part of us and part of them. I must warn him. It could turn on either side.
I don't think the Primus turns on anyone. It seems to be neutral. Even though, I guess it kind of favors the Sentinels. That is, if it was programmed to do that. It's not Primus himself, obviously.
Then let's do it. How are they going to do that? I do not know how they're going to do it, but I suspect it has something to do with the energy field that energizes us and them. They've been controlling it up until this point, but now that we are on the planet of the Invid themselves, the energy field doesn't seem to be working the same way. This is our chance. Let's move out. Let's go. Transform and fly out, but don't show it. I don't think there are any potential booby traps here. You're the bot between the two of us. Wait, I think he's what we had to watch out for. Ritter was a bigot. Let me go first. Who approaches the great treasure of Lord Emperor Ritter the Haydenite? He's not a big fan of modesty, is he? Even as a hologram. Major General Ultra Magnus, Division Theta 92, sir.
Welcome, greatest only to the Lord Regent. Welcome to my present. Do you not want to preserve and protect the might of the Invid Empire?
I'm sorry to just let him go like this.
Gotta get the thing, Megs. Tell old Tallspike he's gotta get himself a new bodyguard. Seems the one he had didn't do the trick.
What am I doing? I'm not sure. What are we doing? Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait a bit then.
But it wasn't Optima who was breaking.
Hi, Megs.
I thought you were in medbay.
I got tired of medics nitpicking and decided to go out for a walk.
Well, I'm leaving now, without you.
Mags, thanks a lot.
Get some rest, Tallspike. I'll be in touch.
No, this area is hot.
The energy field is everywhere. Wasn't Primus just ahead? The creature's up there, but not the kaiju.
You really didn't need to come with me, you know. This is going to be my fight.
What? And give you all the fun? No, I think not. Anyway, I was told in a dream that Primus isn't Primus. He's some sort of alien entity. He's been helping us out. But he's going a little nuts.
Wait, how does that help us?
Well, I'll let you know when it does.
Wait, where are you going? There are no Invids here, Aslan. Let's head back to the dead zone and start over.
You shouldn't go in there. Or with a shadow cat called Aslan.
I'm going in there with him. You wait out here.
I guess we're going to have to wait out here after all.
Cyclopstron? And what are you staring at, Sentinel? Come to see the end of a monster's career? Come to stare at the demise of a murderer? Cyclopstron, you're alive. Of course I'm alive, fool. Did you think all Invids merely give up their sparks because their bodies won't function? Unlike you, I still have the pride of a warrior's power core. I still exist. I wasn't expecting to find you. Ah, you weren't expecting to find me at all, were you, Maximus? Looking for someone else, perhaps? I'm hunting Ritter the Hadenite. My hunt led me here. It was here. It wanted to devour me. But as you know, Invid lifeblood leaves a bitter taste in the mouth. It seeks the weak of soul and body. It is a scavenger, a coward at heart. It fears the mighty and undaunted. It also can't read Invid DNA and brainwave patterns. I'm willing to wager you wonder how I came here to Optera. I can see it in your faceplates, Maximus. You're wondering how in the pit I survived. Yes. Yes, no doubt you're curious. Ritter attacked, leaving my body much in the condition you see it now. I managed to crawl to one of the remaining space bridge pads and aimed for Zorsis, which, as you know, is an Invid stronghold on Pato. I assumed that our allies there would repair me, but the attack changed the location on the space bridge, and I and 2 energon cubes ended up right here. Right here. You know, hanging here has caused me to consider many things. Many, many things. I'm not interested in the Invid's twisted version of reality. All the things we did as a people and a species. The cleansing and reorganizing of other worlds. The wondrous things we did to improve in the universe around us. You mean the slaughter and theft of other worlds and the populations on them. You have been so disillusioned by Sentinel propaganda that no matter what I say will refute my point of view. It's not just a point of view, and people living on their own world, minding their own business, are ruthlessly obliterated because we want their resources. Oh, you're still bitter of all that, Maximus. You know I listen to local news to help pass the time. I will say that over the years, the Zor have made some impressive accomplishments. I don't need glory to be happy. No, I suppose not. But you're so much better than that. Look at what you were given, Ultra Maximus. You were going to be the first and finest in a new line of Invid commanders. You were going to be appointed Lord Governor. No, I changed my mind long before I met Optimus Zor. I already had doubts. You hypocrite. You were dead, and we gave you life. Not even tainted by a Sentinel leader. You were so easily persuaded. You surrendered all the great gifts we gave you for a bitter, Dish of values and morals and standards. Gifts, gifts. I lost my life. You wanted to use me as a weapon. I could not do that. You were going to use me to destroy them. We gave you a new one, a new form to go with it, and you discarded our generosity like a pan of used oil. And what are you now, Ultra Maximus Zor? Zor's secretary? Is it worth it? No, not keeper of the secrets. The city commander. The humans call the town sheriff. I love what I do. Whatever. No, there's no shame in my position. Liar, we gave you more. We gave you one of the finest forms ever designed by Invid science. And now you've tossed it away, rolling along the ground like a groveling maintenance droid. Only an Invid can appreciate and honor an Invid. The Sentinels are rejected slag wasting away in the dregs of refinery waste pools. Pathetic, weak scrap metal with no sense of power or honor. It's interesting you should say that, Cyclopstron. Considering you're the only Invid to be in the quadrant in over 30 Opteran years, which would be about 8 Earth year. End my life here, Ultra Maximus. I implore you one last act as an Invid who would honor a fellow Invid by not allowing such a useless death. End my life and my suffering. No. No. No, you deserve nothing more than what you have right now. You're asking me to put an end to your misery, to the just punishment for your crimes. You want me to end your pain and suffering, but I see it as a fit ending for someone who has ruthlessly murdered millions. Liar! They were a disease among the strong. The enemy force helped to purge them, but some lingered on. Some resistance of which was with the girl human. The Zand people knew. They were the strength of the Invid Empire. It was the Regis' daughters who reminded us of civility. Had I been regent, I would have made you live out your life in a torture chamber. I would have watched every day as you slipped into insanity. The Regis' daughters are nothing but weak links. One of those weak links was my wife. And what was worse was that the Invids had already filled her full of hatred for the Sentinels and bought the lie. I've decided to leave you for the rest of your life, Cyclopstron. Have a nice day. You can't do this. Surely you have enough honor to grant me the one request. Ultra Maximus! Ultra Maximus! I will leave you to be rescued by your friends. What happened in there? I found Cyclopstron. Contact the Invid Decepticons and tell him he's here to find him. He's a mess.
Okay, hi, but I just escaped from there earlier today, and I'm not going back there.
We'll send word to them so they can find their man. There we go. Let's roll.
Dana, we've been over this. The girl in the simulation on the holodeck wasn't me. It was a program. Then the trial didn't happen? The trial happened, but not in the way the simulation portrayed it. You're able to hang out with the Autobots anyway.
But then, the kiss didn't happen?
No, Dana, the program was acting strangely. I didn't kiss you. I'm not jailbait anymore. It was my birthday recently. Dana, no, it's not going to happen.
Guys, we're back. Did I miss something?
Hi, it was nothing, sir.
Hi, I'm sorry you're ill.
Optimo told me I needed sleep, but I couldn't because Talspec is hurt.
Why? Because I must find it. I know you don't know. I will speak to the authorities from the ship.
It's not in the city, Ultra Maximus. Yeah, I know. How'd you know that? It doesn't like the city. It tried to keep me away from Max.
Dana, I'm sorry, but I need to know everything you can remember. I know Zor told me that the cult leader Zand had taken on the form of a tree stump. Do you recall anything it said or did or indicated?
The cult leader field energy is somehow alive? He's transcended his body? How's it even possible? I don't know, Ultra Maximus. I was scared and sick. I saw a lot of freaky things. I could feel it breathe on me, and it said it knew my sequence, and it called me a lot of bad names. It had faces all over its body, and I think they were screaming.
Faces, Dana? You mean you saw faces on the tree stump?
No, not there. Back at the factory. It was made of heads.
Dana, did Ritter the Hate Knight find you at the factory? Is that your first encounter?
Yes. Where did it go after that? What saved you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of things, Ultra Maximus. It was all a bad dream somehow. Have you ever felt that you were not where you should be? I mean, did you ever feel as though you weren't supposed to exist at all?
Only when I'm the only one left, standing at the end of a battle.
It isn't magic, it's science. The aliens are using a form of energy to transmutate into energy. I'm not sure how they're doing it, but they seem to have the ability there to go protoplasmic and then to matter. And they can carry their own thoughts with them when they do that.
Kinda like a spark, but not exactly. Weird. How did they manage that? How did they manage to also contact us and merge with us somehow? That's what I don't get, and I gotta figure out. Maybe it's a weapon. One the Decepticons could also use. Optimal Zor, I see we're already here. We looked over the energy field and been unable to contain it. I believe the potential of humans and Trotty or Meltrandy hybrids, maybe, was affecting them. The aliens had no idea how they were affecting or being affected by the forces before them. It seemed automatic.
It seems we have a situation here, involving the nature of the energy field, which on this planet is weakened, but for some reason is still active. But not among the humans so much anymore. It appears that now the Decepticon version is stronger. We must stop it.
Hello, old friend. Hey. How can I help? I talked with Dana, and she's still not well. She's under a great deal of stress. She told me something of her experience with the Wraith. From her description, I would say that it came in its natural form. What else did it say?
Then the Wraith told her it knew her sequence. Zor, this is confusing. I know over the millions of years the Wraith could have accommodated itself to adapt more efficiently to its environment, but plant life? Why only Dana? Why not other humans? Went to a great deal of trouble to track her down.
Sequences in DNA. Her being a hybrid made her a sort of switch that turned it off. It's probably part of how she was able to be born in the first place.
Dana doesn't produce the energy that allowed the Invid force to affect her. The enemy has to drug her to get it to work. It messed with her head. She's traumatized. Do not ask her to help find Ritter either. That's just not right. She's still a teenage human, not an adult. What?
Gamma wave life force. Dana's body doesn't produce it like a normal human. That's why she gets sick when she's gone from Fort Max too long a time. Her physical rhythms are imbalanced.
That's what attracted the Wraith. You know, if I were a creature in serious need of a good recharge, I don't think I would exert myself to hunting too much until I had a good dose of power. You and I both know that the Wraith feeds on other sources of energy besides life. In fact, it hunts the living more for pleasure than nourishment.
Are you saying our ghost is attaining its strength elsewhere?
If you recall, Optimo, the Wraith had taken more than its share of Sentinel lives on Optera, but it also devoured 16 power generators and 4,000 energon cubes.
So, you think it might be aiming for a power generation facility?
I don't know. I don't really think it would tamper with anything that would make it easily detectable by scanners. Human scanner devices might be low-powered and somewhat primitive, but they can scan things like radiation burns.
I have an idea.
What's that, boss?
I need you to hook up with the satellite and look over these frequency wavelengths.
Sorry, boss. Just sort of busy. Just let me know what frequency. It's good and it's done.
Eureka, the signal I picked up is one of those forbidden areas on the planet.
What's this?
It's the northwestern side, close to the border section. It's a Cryllium crystal cave.
Are you sure of these coordinates?
Never so sure. The signal came from the crevice. A deaf man could hear it. It was so loud.
Then I'm on my way. You're going to the crevice? I'll alert the Robotechs to our discovery. Meanwhile, Maximus should go out on his own.
Damn. Magnus. Play with me, mighty warrior. I know you're here. I smell Magnus. Can't be mean. Don't be mean. Cruel, indecent little creature.
Is that how you kill your prey? You ask them in.
Not fair. Not fair to ask the question. Where's the stupid little girl?
What little girl?
You know, the delicious one. I had her, almost all of her. That naughty city tattled on me. It gave me a mock pout.
How did you come into the world?
The genes let me go. The power. It broke down the doors.
You mean in the Matrix?
Yes. And the stupid girl didn't know. Sweet thing, sweet prey, good to taste. Not her fault. The other thing was there and it helped.
What other thing?
That thing that sings to itself. The dark thing that laughs at its own jokes. It feeds and we pass by it. She wasn't aware of it. But then the stupid girl doesn't know much of anything. But she's...
All right. Enough of the girl. I know you think she tastes good. You said that.
You asked and I answered. You asked and I answered, and that's how it is.
It certainly is.
The creature apparently is schizophrenic and is of 2 lines or more. It didn't help that he ate some of the exoframes that Invid left behind.
Did you really think you were going to be my transtector, Zand? Huh?
I just assumed that my life force would be transferred through the energy field. You know, and I'd become a transformer.
You're dead. You're not coming back. You're not going to be a transformer. That's not how it works. I have a device that can destabilize your energy field at the quantum level. You're going to be screwed.
Time and time again, they all fall down.
Yeah, but where's your friend headed? The pit?
Treason. Take the toy and run away. You're the one headed for the pit. Time and time again, they all fall down.
But I'll take you with me.
Come, it's time for you to go back. Death, non-existence. They said it wasn't supposed to exist. I am here. Not for all this. You come. I will feast. I will feast.
Yes.
A reverse explosion, an implosion. That would certainly have entrapped the Wraith. He's dead.
Dameron? It can't be.
Dameron.
What did you say? You sounded like him.
It was tasty, that one. He was tricky. Yes, very tricky. We watched him make things. Like you. He was good at making things. We watched him. He was good.
What are you saying?
Dameron and the others. Artfire, Sixzor.
Shut up, you son of a bitch.
Dameron was tasty, but Primary was tastiest of all.
No, not Primary. Not my Dameron.
Very tasty.
You son of a bitch. It isn't true. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
I could just phase shift out of here, but I want to see how this plays out, Dad.
You didn't get to Artfire and Sixzor, but my son. Damn you.
Oh, one of the missing in Terra's Screamers. You realize that if you fire that, you'll not only destroy me, but a good deal of the terrain behind me for several miles.
You're not a real trans or a real Decepticon. You're just wearing that body armor like a coat.
Oh, and I thought I was Mighty Death, bearer of the creation matrix. I had no idea it was you.
No, that was my beloved Primary. But now I will end you, traitor to even the Invid cause.
I didn't think he actually would do it.
He's alive. You did that, Father. You beat that thing. You blew a big hole in the wall.
Oh, Primus, he admitted he ate your brother Dameron. It's all right, Maximus. He defeated him. There's no way he can regenerate now. His energy is dispersed. He's gone for good. Energy is never truly destroyed. However, there would be no intelligence, no mind. The improved Requiem Blaster, the Nintera Screamer, destroyed him completely, and he was zapped as if into a black hole. A limbo, oblivion he'll never return from. Hi, Captain Sterling. I assume that you will also make a full recovery, and perhaps someday your children will forgive you and return to you. They're very intelligent. I'm sure they know we were under duress from the space aliens, and know I didn't mean the things we said. What are we going to do now? Alert the rest of the Robotech forces. Not all life comes with 2 legs, 2 arms, and speaking English, kiddo.
Is Maximus okay?
Don't know yet. We'll check on him this afternoon. He won't be too happy when he finds out who's drilling his troops. Nonsense. He'll be more than happy to go back to work.
He seems to be okay.
See, I told you he'd be okay.
Hey, Mags, I guess you must have heard about the drills your troops are going through, and have decided to come back and rescue them, eh?
You better tell him, Tall Spike. Now, the guy's more interested in R&R. He can wait. You better tell me what's going on, or I will take this device and whack you with it. It isn't a big deal, really.
You shouldn't be getting excited, Command.
Exactly what had you better tell me. Oh, nothing, Mags. Just that your troops have been in the most capable hands in the last 3 weeks while you've been hunting and recouping. That's all. Who is it?
Who?
Who? Who? Tell me who it is.
Coward. Was it Optimo?
Kids these days, they say the darndest thing. Zor, I've worked hard for the last several years to drill these sentinels in precise, well-coordinated movements. Guerrilla warfare is everybody's useful in battle as conventional tactics. See, Dana, I told you you'd take it well.
Well, at least you're back to retrain them, Ultra Maximus.
Guerrilla warfare. Amateurs. I should have retired. We figured out our own triumvirate right in front of us. The 3 Zors. Are you certain? Then what happened to the Masters? I'm not sure, but soon we'll find out. No, I suspect a showdown is imminent. We must be ready for that. Sentinels, prepare to hunker down. This shall be the final battle of Optera. Some of our Jove forces have agreed to help us in the mission. It's a strategically important one. The aliens are too interested in Dana Sterling and the kids, so we'll take them out of the solar system, where they can't be found. It is unfortunate, but yes, I agree. We are not able to handle this, especially recovering from the space illness. It is best that they go back to Earth.
No, I concur. This is no place for teenagers. I don't know why we took them on the mission. Had they been Zentradi children, they would have been cloned to adulthood. Yeah, well...
They'll be shipped down on one of the G.I. Joe ships, and then head toward an SDF ship to the planet.
It is imperative they leave before the final battle begins. Once they're back on Earth, they can contact us.
You do realize we're about 6.5 light years from the Earth, closer to 7. And that subspace communication is not possible. We are not Star Trek. For them, it'll be a 6-month trip back. Yeah, I don't know why we brought them out here on the mission in the first place, but it's done. So now they're traumatized. They'll have to go back to Earth to recuperate. I'm sorry for that, but it can't be helped now. The damage is done, unfortunately. We said our piece, but it ain't working. They're gonna mosey on now. The Emersons and the Grants will escort them back to the system. This shouldn't cause anything to the timeline. After all, this is clearly a different one than Robotech. So ordered, and also it's kind of weird the Transformers want to take her in anyway. They can't do that. That makes no sense.
It's for the best. I mean, if we end up getting killed in the final battle with the Invid, then that'd be bad if they were also killed. So let's send them away.
Also, we'll be sending some of the Joes with them. We'll keep some of our best back here. Very well, proceed with the mission and depart with the FCF ship as soon as possible. I do not regret your decision, Admiral Hunter. Just for the greater good that you sent them home. Now we must hunker down and prepare for battle with the weird planet. The atmosphere here is relatively inhospitable. We will have to stay in our Mecca all the time. The landing bases will be like that as well. I'll send some of my people down there to assist you in the battle. Why did you choose for the court, Sim, to make it so? It seemed that Dana could have stayed with me now, and it might have worked for her to be thinking that I could have actually raised a human child.
Well, I pawned the simulation off on my medical crew, but yeah, it seemed the only thing that would make sense was to familiarize the person with a transformer, because we're familiar with you.
I understand. Perhaps I will miss them. Perhaps I'll miss her. But I'm a machine. Our feelings are different from those of humans. Similar, but different.
More similar than you know, Optimosaur. We'll see you around.
Thank you, Admiral Hunter.
The Sentinel Autobots have requested that I join you on the mission.
It'll be all right. I can do without a transdector for a while. But I'll miss you. May the Primus guide you.
And the shapings of the protoculture. We're gonna have so much fun. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you about everything.
I'll remain here as there's work to be done. But I'll remain in your heart.
Gross. All right, men, prepare to ship out. I'd like to accompany them on the mission. My two sisters will be fine. Okay then, but I thought we were a triumvirate or something. All the better to split it up, then they can't kill all three of us. The Earth is not like that. Ready to move out.
Assemble everyone in the flat deck and prepare to move. Next up, the Sol system. Earth. Dana, Bowie, and Aurora, the Sterling children, were sent back to Earth with the G.I. Joe ships, and were sent with the Emersons to return there. The ship would take several months to return, but it would be some time before they were united with the SDF-3. That's strange. This is not one of the scheduled meteor showers.
Who cares, Lang? It's beautiful. Optimo, you'll never guess what we found.
What is it, Beyond?
A meteorite. It scans out as solid cybertronium.
Lang and Bune found a meteorite that's 100% cybertronium? Cybertronium's not found in meteors. We must alert the other Robotechs. This could be an attack. They could be using the asteroids as cover.
My name is Regis.
That's weird. It's the Regis. But it's not. It's like she's forgotten who she was. She's been transmutated into some sort of cat-like thing.
Yeah, we must report to the ship. This is quite unusual. Well, I suspect she's still the Invid Queen. She just doesn't remember she was the Queen. If the Decepticon Invid find out about this, they might use it to their advantage.
Amnesia, really? Huh.
I guess it's possible. Maybe when the energy fields were stopped, or maybe when some trauma happened to her.
Report to Admiral Hunter. This is new development. Lieutenant Baker, what's going on? We are monitoring the asteroid crash, sir. It appears the asteroid is in fact a transformer. It is the Regis. But there's something wrong with her. She doesn't seem to remember that she's anything but the Regis. I sent Lang and the others to the Sentinels. Go find them and report back. Let's go. We can discover what they're up to. Maybe we can stop the Decepticons before they find her first.
It may be too late for that. They're probably aware of the crash.
Can't engage them at battle. Let's follow along and see what they're up to.
Yes, let's move out.
The cybertronium seems to be saturated in the local atmosphere right here.
Do you think the Invids are responsible?
For some reason, I don't think so. For it would be as much to our advantage as it would be to theirs.
Speaking of which, the sudden influx of cybertronium hadn't gone unnoticed by the Regent. He's over there.
Invid, prepare to strike.
Yay, we're bringing up the rear. They'll get those flying garbage cans.
Aye.
What is going on? Thundara. Hey, what's the big idea? Karuga. Karuga.
It's strange. The alien appears to think it's using magic. Did you do that before? Maybe she's just manifesting energy into things, making it look like it's magic when it's science. Whatever it is, it seems to have freaked out Optimal.
The Sentinels are retreating from her. Why?
Sentinels, let's go. That creature's too strong.
Why did they run off like that? Like they were scared of something. She wasn't doing anything to us. Maybe they could see something we couldn't. Like Dana and the hallucination. Except they were genuinely afraid of these ones. That is odd. We'll have to investigate.
We should probably take the detective vehicle out of the war zone. Where'd the Queen go?
She didn't phase shift. She ran off in the other direction toward the caves.
So the Sentinels had just shot down Starsinger. We're off of nowhere. The organic cat thing comes and body slams prime, and had thought that organic creature would be injured in the collision with the Sentinel, but the impact did not faze it. Her. What, sir? The creature was a female. Well, mighty regent, do you have any useful information? Like what else the creature is? She's an Invid. Say what? But that's impossible. That thing's organic. So it would appear that the Invid lady's gotten back some of her memory, and allied with the Decepticon Invid. You guys are kind of trapped.
It would appear.
So what are we going to do? I'm calling a meeting. I'll give everyone enough time to get here. It's very important.
Sounds like a good idea. We should have a meeting to discuss this. What we're dealing with is unusual.
Sentinels, we have a new problem. But what in Optera is it? My worst fear. It's an Invid that can use magic. I don't think she is. I think she's just imitating something she saw. Kind of like Earth stuff. See, she's borrowing the concept from something called Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy. I wonder why.
How do we fight that? It doesn't make sense. If she's using magic, that's just weird. She's quoting from games and manifesting them as reality. How does that work?
That thing is an Invid? How's that possible? It's not technically a robot. It's more of an android.
Things aren't always what they seem. You should know that by now.
Sure, she's an Invid, but she's a Decepticon, too. Perhaps she is more a Decepticon than an Invid now, and we can use that to our advantage.
Let us get to work on a plan.
I should be able to come up with something. I am a genius, after all. All right, let's get to work. Here's the plan. We must figure out her weaknesses. If we can, probably it's not going to be that she can't remember who she is, because that's starting to remember again. It could be something else, something subtle. Very well. It's good that you and Miria have returned to normal, just in the nick of time. That's a rough one, that's for sure. A most strange occurrence on Optera. An organic Invid appeared. She only did so after Starsinger was shot down. She then proceeded to drive off the Sentinels and heal Starsinger before vanishing into the air. Welcome to Optera, Regent. Thanks for rescuing me. To what do I owe the honor of the visit? Guardian Force. I found some of this while trapped in the caves where Maximus found me. I did nothing for me in the end. What? Legend has it that strange experiments were carried out on some of our ancestors. They were changed into organic beings, but they still possess the ability to become robotic. They have strange powers, and some of them were chosen as guardians to protect the lives of Sentinel or Invid that had a very specific destiny. And this creature was clearly protecting Starsinger. But this can't be Starsinger's guardian. She was captured by alien forces millions of years ago. Maybe she found a way to escape from when Ritter and the others were defeated. The big kaiju has been absent since then. It may be lying somewhere broken down without a pilot. And if indeed this is Starsinger's guardian, that means that I know the name of the Invid. It's Regis. So how come we're discussing this up here instead of headquarters? Because we must keep this information from Starsinger as long as we can. Which would be an impossible task back at our base, with those gossiping idiots around. So what are you going to do? Nothing yet. We'll wait and see how this plays out. Until then, no one is to tell Starsinger that he's a guardian, understand? Yes, sir. We have brought in Cabell. He is one of the people from the planet of the Masters, Tyrol, the moon of Phantoma. We will look into this and attempt to explain what is going on. We hope. Please, you have the floor. So, what can he tell us about the organic Invid? Not much, I'm afraid. I will tell you what I know about their kind in general. It seems that our ancestors, also the ancestors of the Invid, were subjected to some bizarre experiments. Someone discovered a way to transform a robotic body into an organic one and back, and they called the powers that I believe are magic-based. Some were appointed as guardians for certain transformers, and this one seems to be focusing on defending Starsinger. That concerns me greatly. Yeah, that bugs me too. I mean, why wouldn't anyone want to protect Starsinger? I cannot answer that. She's right over there. I'm sure she can hear us. We must proceed very cautiously. She's quite powerful. It would appear she's aware of us. Don't make any sudden moves. Don't shoot at her, certainly.
No! Roar. Great Optera, what was that?
It sounded like an imitation of a lion's voice.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Look. Sentinels. Strategic retreat.
They seem to be doing a lot of retreating lately.
Update the ship. They seem to be spooked. Maybe it was all those instances with the energy field last time.
Yeah, and even though Cabell helped him out, he didn't answer enough to actually help us engage the enemy. Move out to the Vertex.
I guess you could call this strategic retreat for regrouping. Yeah, alert the ship.
So she scared off Optimal Zor, did she? That is most interesting. I couldn't believe it myself, even though I saw the whole thing with my optic sensors. That cat thing defeated Optimal Zor. She's stronger than I ever imagined. It's my fault I underestimated her.
Can you imagine what would happen if old Regent got control of her and used her to help him control the universe?
Or worse, if Starsinger ever found a way to get her to help him conquer the universe.
I don't even want to think about that possibility.
How dare you? After all, I've been to the Decepticon cause. Sure, I'm treacherous, which we all are, but I'm loyal. Oh, yes.
Sonadad, order Scrap to attack.
Very well. Scrap. Recon.
Your orders are to find the organic Invid, report her coordinates, and then attack Starsinger. Regent, what are you doing? Testing a theory.
Oh, Scrap.
Ultima. Regis, I surrender. Please stop this.
How do you know my name?
I can't tell you that. At least not yet.
And what was the meaning of the stunt you just pulled? I should melt you where you stand just for that.
I had to get your attention somehow. I need to speak with you in private.
Why should I?
I am sure you are confused by the events of the past week. Please come with me, and maybe I can answer some of your questions.
Come with you? Where?
Why, to Invid headquarters, of course. I believe we have much to discuss, and I want no outside interruptions.
Oh, all right.
Excellent.
You sure she can keep up?
Why were you attacking anyone that attacked Starsinger?
First, I only attack those who pose a serious and immediate threat to his life. As to why, well, I don't really know myself. It's a feeling, an instinct. I can't explain it.
Interesting.
Well, now it's my turn to start asking questions. Like, first of all, what do you know about me, and how do you know it?
I am the Invid leader. I know everything. And I know that you were chosen to be Starsinger's guardian. I never understood why a guardian was chosen for him in the first place.
Who chose me?
That I cannot say. But you were chosen when both you and Starsinger were very young.
It is said guardians are chosen by magic.
Yes, and while we're on the subject of magic, I see that you are extremely powerful, more so than either myself or Optimus Zor. I can certainly use your help in getting rid of those accursed Sentinels.
That is not part of my program.
But you were an organic creature inside that Cybertronian shell. Your programming shouldn't be so rigid.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
At least consider it.
I can't make up my mind right now.
Then let Regent think for you. Before you make your decision, there's something I want you to do.
And that would be?
Okay, maybe Regent's pet isn't a pushover after all. I am no one's pet.
Okay, no need to overreact, yes.
I accept the invitation. But this world is ours, and there's really no reason to pretend you have a place. And I also do. Even though I don't remember all of it, it was before the incident. I do recall that.
You may go anywhere you like. Have you decided yet?
Not yet. I think I'll head back to my cave. I think I need some time alone to think about your offer.
As you wish. I don't want to put too much pressure on you.
I find that hard to believe. Good day for now. Away I go. If you come to jog my memory, I haven't remembered much. Merely that I am who I am. And that my mission after the incident is to be here. And protect the planet and its inhabitants.
So, there you are.
Hey, what's with the hostility? Oh, I get it. You think Regent is trying to turn me against you. That is what you're thinking, isn't it? Well, relax. Your name never came up.
So then why was Regent having a secret conversation with you?
He wants me to join the Invid. Considering my powers, I don't blame him. He acts like he's known me from before, but I don't remember anything.
If you do join us, what will you do if Regent orders you to destroy me?
Starsinger, I can't do that. I'm your guardian. I've sworn to protect you no matter what. If Regent ever tried to give me an order like that, rest assured he'll be the one getting blasted, not you.
It's strange, but I feel as if we've known each other before, a long time ago. It's not a memory or anything, it's just a feeling I have.
Now that you mention it, I feel that way too.
So, how did it happen that you became my guardian?
I don't remember, but it must have been a pretty important reason, though.
How did you get here on Optera, I mean?
When the energy field was defeated by the Sentinels and the Robotechs, and Ritter was finally killed, I was blasted into space and set adrift. I remember only the attack, not what I was before the attack.
When you appeared and drove away the Sentinels, how did you know that I needed help?
Something dragged me there. I was teleported by an unknown force. And when I saw you and were in trouble, I had a terrible feeling in my gut. My instincts took over. But I think there's more to it than just instinct. If anything ever happened to you, I don't know what I'd do.
What do you mean by that?
Let me put it this way. You want to rule the universe, right? And you like fighting. Well, what if the universe was gone, and every living thing in it, but you were still around in an empty void? Nobody to fight, nobody to rule over, no robots around. What would be going through your mind?
I never really thought of it before. You're hopeless, but I'm so tired.
You must be exhausted after your battles.
You probably better head back before Regent finds out you're gone. Or you might have a lot of explaining to do.
Are you coming back to the base anytime soon? We'll see. Good night. Telling stories.
Yeah, as Tall Spike's new trans detector, we're telling real whoppers. Imagine an organic flying pussycat taking out the cons, like he made us retreat. It's just too much.
Saw it with my own optics. And yep, I tell you, it's almost I couldn't believe it either. Tell me everything. Don't leave out the slightest detail. If that was Regent testing Regis's powers against the Gestalts, we're screwed.
As a newly minted trans detector, should I add, do you think we should destroy her?
Killing a Guardian isn't an option. Even if it could be done, I fear there would be grave consequences. Guardians are chosen for a reason, even if we don't understand why. It's not for us to second-guess an entity whose will is beyond even my comprehension. If we kill the Guardian, we may be forced to deal with powers that are greater than all of us.
So what do we do, Optimo Zor?
I don't know yet. All right, Optimo. What's going on here? Seems that this new Invid Regis lady is causing you quite a bit of problems. Is she the de facto ruler on the planet? Yeah, is she actually in charge, or is Regent in charge? Seems lately Regent's been in charge. The Decepticons seem enamored with her, but I think it's her charisma, her energy, maybe even her life force. They seem intoxicated. That's their weakness. So how do we use that to our advantage? Do we somehow catch them while they're all hanging out playing nice with her? She's way more powerful than you seem to be so. Unless we all went en masse, there's no way we could stop her. I suppose if we got in there quickly enough and distracted them, perhaps we could disable their entire network. Oh well then, how do we do that? Perhaps it is our opportunity. We must locate the remains of the kaiju and use it to our advantage if we can reanimate it. Using our own people, perhaps we can distract her long enough for them to snap out of it. How would we reanimate the kaiju, and why would we want to? Wouldn't it next then attack us? But use it only as a distraction. We keep its sentience closed, its mind closed, so it couldn't really attack us. We merely use it as a sort of bulwark. Like a Trojan horse? All right then, let's do something like that. It sounds completely silly, but sure, I mean, they're in love with a giant cat-like creature, so let's do it. What do we got? Beast, Soar, and Andromeda's ship she's got here. They can help us. Make it so. I must find a way to convince Regis to join us. Well, she's sort of a big cat, isn't she?
You called for me?
Since Ritter ate 3 of my body shells, and 2 were destroyed in battle, you get the last one. So you finally decided to try on your robotic body. Don't you like it better than your organic one?
It has its advantages, but fur is softer than metal. What brings you here?
I was looking for the Insecticons, so I could tell them that if they treat you disrespectfully, you have my authority to squash them like the bugs they are. Greetings. I was wondering if you would also like to join us on our raid. The Sentinels won't be able to stop us with you around.
Oh well, since I'm bored anyway, sure, why not? Just a second. She really is one of us.
Invid, scramble.
Hey, what the?
I've never seen that one before.
Sentinels fall in.
A new Invid? Where'd he come from? Not a he, a she. You mean this is the same creature that keeps showing up to protect Starsinger? Sentinels move in. Affirmative. What the heck?
That's more like it. A flesh creature in Mecca. Prepare to die in darkness. Prepare for oblivion. Avada Kedavra.
Beyond.
Streets. Go to Beyond. I'll deal with her.
That's strange. The Sentinels should stay and die.
Well, I say they're halfway there already.
And he didn't save any for us. You will get your chance eventually. What is wrong with Beyond? I don't know. I'm not sure, but she's alive. It's like she's in a coma or something. So this creature can cast some kind of spell on him when he's invisible. Yes, I think it was death. I saw the Grim Reaper hack Beyond with his scythe of destiny.
What in the actual shadow realm is going on here?
Hey, I think I've got the answer. It's a weird kind of potion that I brought over from the other planet. I found it when I was searching for energy. Phoenix Down potion. Any story I've ever heard about the Phoenix is that it has a resurrection power.
What the hell happened to me? I'm not dead. I must be dreaming.
The Invid creature attacked you with a death spell and it knocked you out.
I guess it'll teach me to drive my vehicle right up her ass.
You must do something to stop the creature.
But how? She can use magic. She's unstoppable.
Maybe not, because you were in the exoframe, you weren't killed.
In immortal words of Gary Coleman from the sitcom Different Strokes from the 80s. What you talking about, Willis?
She has an organic form. When scientists want to neutralize an animal so they can study it, they use a tranquilizer to immobilize it. It makes the animal fall asleep so it can't attack them. Yes, return to the land of the living and inform them of this.
Ooh, what the heck? Gotta call Tulsbeck.
Beyond, she's gonna be alright. She just contacted me.
Me too. She said something about using a tranquilizer device. Do we have a tranquilizer device ready?
We don't have one.
This planet makes energy fields that make your thoughts create reality. Conjure one as a spell.
You gotta find a weak spot to her human form under the armor. Manifesto Trank Gun. Be careful. Aren't I always? No, you're not. Very funny.
What? I should have vaporized that little shit in the vehicle.
No, it's impossible.
They used a spell. I didn't think they could do that.
Regis, wake up. You Sentinels will pay for this. It appears she's been stunned, Starstinger. Invids, we've lost the advantage. Return to base. Let me guess. It's the Invid Guardian again. Who is she? We did manage to knock her out with a tranquilizer, but Starsinger took her. You honestly thought they'd leave her behind? Well, why not? It seems to be standard Invid operating procedure. She's different. When Regent noticed that the tranquilizer had put her out of commission, he called her name. Huh. And how did she come to be on Optera?
We need more of the ability to conjure stuff. Can we get more of that?
Not sure how I did it. It's probably the cybertronium in the air. So we could replicate a large quantity of the Phoenix Down potion to use on their friends. We didn't have anything else to work with last minute. So we'll do it right here.
So what's it like to get hit with a death spell? Man, it was weird. I felt the blade cut into my body even though it didn't leave a mark. Then I felt cold, and I fell down, and I couldn't move. I could still see what was going on around me for a little while, though, before I passed out.
Put her somewhere where she'll be comfortable.
This is what hit her.
What is it? Sonodad, analyze it immediately. As you command, Regent. Is she dead? No, she's still breathing. Regent, analysis complete. Substance is a chemical compound formulated to make organic life forms temporarily unconscious. Estimated time to wear off, 1 hour. Don't try to move yet. You gave us quite a scare. They fired through your robotic power armor somehow. Look, should we take her to the cave or something?
Oh, I'm going to be sore.
Is she okay?
She'll be fine. It seems the Sentinels used some kind of chemical to knock her out.
A tranquilizer. But they used one of my potions to make it. How diabolical. Why didn't I think of that?
Regis, chosen guardian of Starsinger, I've come to bring you a warning.
Who are you?
I am Primus, the first of all the Transformers, and Elector of the Guardians. I did not send you to protect Starsinger so that you could destroy the Sentinels.
What?
You are not to kill any Sentinels. If you do, you would be sealing the Invid's doom as well. Furthermore, I would be forced to seal your powers. With great power comes great responsibility.
Marvel? Really? How am I supposed to protect Starsinger then?
I didn't say you couldn't attack the Sentinels. You may do so to fulfill your duty as Starsinger's protector, in self-defense, or to assist your friends in times of need. But I repeat, you yourself are not to cause the death of any Sentinel.
It's because I cast a death spell, isn't it?
Partly. The effects of the death spell are reversible, but you know that. I feel I needed to warn you before Regent could tempt you to eliminate the Sentinels.
Just out of curiosity, why was I chosen to protect Starsinger?
When the time comes, you will find out. However, I will tell you that only the strongest of our kind are ever chosen as guardians. You are more powerful than you realize. Remember this, and beware the Chaos Bringer. The Guardian reformatting of the Regis has made her conflicted. That'll stop her. That is until her memories come back. Then she'll turn on us. And sir, they've located the broken kaiju, but it will take a while to repair it enough to fly it as a trap for them. Understood. Maybe we can just lure them to it. Who appoints guardians? It is said they are chosen by Primus. Primus? I thought he was a legend. Primus is no legend. He is said to have been the first Transformer to be changed from organic to techno-organic. It was he who created the shell of the Matrix and filled it with wisdom. He's the wisest of all Transformers, past or present. Why would he be helping the Invid by giving them a guardian?
It is said that Primus is neither Sentinel or Invid. Whatever his reasons are, I can't fathom them.
Are you sure you guys aren't just imitating whatever hit you guys when the energy field struck Tyrol and both her forces? It is possible. Perhaps we were programmed in the same way that this Regis is now programmed. Perhaps this is also an advantage. Until, of course, as you said, she gets back her memories. After which time, she'll be too powerful to destroy. Then we ought to get to her before that happens.
How are we going to get to her before that happens? I mean, we're what's left of the triumvirate that was left behind on Tyrol, and we don't even know how that even works.
It seems it only works in name only. The Masters aren't here to control it.
Perhaps if we acted together, we could defeat the beast. However, if we do not act together, it may be our destruction.
We must somehow lure them to the kaiju, and then we must convince them to try and fight it. In turn and use our powers to activate our own energy magic. If that's what it is. I don't know if it's really magic or not.
Is that all we have? Great. All right. Everyone get back. One at a time.
What happened?
A terrible dream.
What sort of dream? I wish to know.
I was told I wasn't allowed to destroy the Sentinels. That's a nightmare, all right.
Oh, really? Who told you this?
He said he was the one who appointed me as Starsinger's guardian. He called himself Primus. He said if I killed any Sentinels, he would pretty much be stripped of my powers.
Primus? That was no ordinary dream.
Can't destroy the Sentinels, eh? That's a tough break.
How on Optera are you supposed to protect me if you can't destroy the Sentinels?
He said I could still attack them and knock them out. I just was forbidden to finish them off.
Wait a minute. Primus sounds like a Sentinel name. Not so. Primus existed prior to the separation between Invid and Sentinel.
Yeah, I guess I'd wake up screaming if someone told me I couldn't destroy the Sentinels.
That wasn't what got me. Before I woke up, I felt a powerful evil presence. It felt like whatever it was trying to read my mind, or thoughts or something. Total invasion of privacy attempt. While it was trying to get into my mind, I could sense its mind, and what I sensed nearly drove me mad.
You can still help us, can't you? Even without being able to destroy the Sentinels.
I'll have to wait and see. Having my power sealed is something I can't afford to have happen to me. Star Singer, your life is far too important for me to risk losing my powers over some stupid sentinels. You do understand that, don't you?
Well, if destroying the Sentinels cost you your powers, then I guess there really isn't anything more to discuss. I imagine protecting me would be nearly impossible without them. Very well. I won't hold it against you.
Why do you insist on staying in that form?
Well, for starters, it's more comfortable, and it's easier to get something to eat. Plus, my magic power is about 3 times as strong as it is in my robot form.
There's probably something I will never understand about you pretenders.
Oh well, that's what the body shell's called. Different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes? In immortal words of the flesh creature, Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Willis?
I need to go outside. There's nothing to do around here.
Wait, if you insist on going out as a flesh creature, then someone should accompany you, in case the Sentinels try to do something foolish again.
I will go with you. So, what exactly do you have in mind?
Oh, not much. I need some exercise. I was thinking of chasing shrapnel in them around for a bit.
What is this?
So what have you been up to?
Oh, it's you. Oh, nothing. But pay no mind to the corpse of the judge back there.
I see. Stuffing your face till you turn green, huh?
What's with you, Predacons? Yuck! Don't look now. We've got company.
It's called a meltdown spell, and it causes the Vitality 0 status effect, which totally eliminates an enemy's resistance to physical and guardian force attack. Their armor will do nothing to help them this time.
She's toying with you. Get back to base fast. She's gonna wreck you.
Hey, Beastsaur, are you smart?
Yes, me beasts are smart.
Then you better go back to headquarters, or you'll be dumb.
Me beasts are not dumb. Come, bots, we go.
I junction Fire in Figara to my elemental defense, and store up more hit points.
How do I get an ability like that?
You must have a Guardian Force junction that has the elemental defense ability. One day I'll teach you about it.
That was hardly a challenge. We didn't need to fight the mindless robot. Me smell Invid. I see them.
We shall melt them down.
What is that? Me don't know, but it's with Invid, so we trash.
How can my lasers have no effect?
Beastsaur sucks at using fire. I'll show you how to use fire.
Attack the bots that look like they have a sunburn. Cerebrus, triple meltdown.
How did you do that?
It's called a meltdown spell, and it causes the Vitality 0 status effect, which totally eliminates an enemy's resistance to physical and guardian force attacks. Their armor will do them no good this time.
Big monster come down, go crunch.
Beastsaur distracted us. They ran away.
Good grief, what happened to you guys? We found the Invids, and then the big kaiju fell over, distracted us, and they ran away. But you guys always beat the Invids. Not just Invids, flesh creature there, in body shell of Invid. Don't tell me you ran into the Regis.
The Regis, the magic uter?
You're not going to believe this, but she's an Invid, and she has an organic mode, and apparently she is chosen to be Starsinger's guardian. She appears to have been helping the Regent ever since.
How was she able to defeat the bots using powerful magic?
This does not sound good.
They toppled the big robot and ruined the surprise. Damn it.
That's okay, it wouldn't have worked anyway. The three of us should have commanded it. Yeah, it might have worked with us, but we did not want to risk the commanders of our forces on a Trojan horse idea. It looked more like a Mecha Godzilla than a horse. Well, I guess we have to scrap the idea of having Beasaur pilot that into battle. Your idea dumb, sir. Hey, that's not nice.
It's madness. The shadows. They will come again. No.
What is wrong?
A dream. A vision of the future.
Another nightmare. Tell me about it.
I can't. It's too horrible. It's the end of us all.
Try me.
Destruction. I saw the entire Invid forces obliterated.
How? Was it by the humans? They do not pose a threat to your greatness, Regis. They are weaklings.
It's in this vast wasteland, and everything is tinged with red light. I see gray images of you, all standing motionless, as if stuck in time. I can't bear to see my friends destroyed, especially not like this. I feel so helpless to stop it.
You're right. That is horrible. That's better.
I keep having this dream, and each night I have it, it gets worse. I feel that something terrible is going to happen to you. Something that I may be powerless to prevent.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure you can handle whatever happens. If the dream ends up becoming a reality, we'll be together in the afterlife.
You're getting philosophical on me, are you? That's not like you.
As I've tried to tell many others on occasion, I am not Starscream, my soul brother.
Then what are you?
Should we fuel bond or something else?
Something else. Ooh, I hope the Regent doesn't mind me shacking up with his ex-wife. Oh, what he doesn't know won't hurt him. Also, it's weird you're my senpai and guardian.
Overcompensating for something? Just shut up and kiss me.
Did you hear that noise last night? It was like two robots clanging together, one of them making cat noises.
Yeah, it kind of gave me the surges. Just thinking about Star Singer and the Regis going at it. Oh, God, oh. Ugh.
Kinda sounded like lions going at it.
It certainly did not.
Yeah, that's kinda funny. Ever since we've been here, we've never heard a sound like that before. Until... Oh.
The Guardian showed up to help the Invids, in which case, we know she's nearby. Send out survey teams at once. If the creature's around here, we must find out for sure. Yeah, we know where the cave system is, but we can't fight her there. Well, we know the cons will show up and help her out. Not sure what their motivation is, other than the use of some sort of weapon. She has these weird powers, after all. So I've been trying to figure this out. It doesn't seem to make sense. So I know she's borrowing it from Earth video games, but how is she able to manifest them into reality? That's another thing. Perhaps we should send a party to retrieve the kaiju, and then lure the cons out into the open and fight them. A final push. Put them out in the open. Sir, we'll report this back to the ship. We'll do that.
Any sign of Invid activity? Negative, just a mess in the cave. You don't want to know what happened in there.
Is that what you guys would call a wild party? Robot sex orgy? Only want to think about that. Sorry I mentioned it. What are we going to do? Leave the area immediately. Regis is far too dangerous to be approached, especially if Starsinger's with her. Return to base and give me a full report. What are we going to do now?
Well, since she hasn't attacked our base, I don't really know what we need to do. What do we do if we see her?
Definitely do not approach her. Try to make sure she doesn't detect you. If she does detect you, run. Above all, do not fight her.
Been hogging her all to yourself, eh, Screamer?
As I told you, I'm not Starscream.
She's just teasing you. She probably likes you.
I'll go get some energon for you, but you'll have to be in your robotic form to ingest it.
Oh, I know that. And the form is useful for other things.
Not yet. Don't change until you get the energon.
Oh, okay. It's Regent. Oh, I see he's returned.
I was going to ask you to do something, but I see you were a little preoccupied with Starsinger. You are fully functional.
It was nothing. It just happened.
Regent, sir, I didn't mean to do it. It just happened. Well, you really aren't Starscream, are you? I'll have to see how fully functional you both are later.
Oh my. We would be in trouble if we indulged our carnal instincts now. So let's not do that yet.
She is my ex, but how did you two... Oh, never mind, I don't want to know.
This has gone on too far. Lang, I need to find out more about the Guardian.
The cave is empty, but it's a mess. As we suspected, Starsinger and the Regents were apparently mating in there. Well, that's it. We'll do a test of the Guardian's DNA. Why, yes, I'll see what I can come up with. We've analyzed the unmentionable traces here. It is unbelievable. There is something strange here.
What is it?
We found traces of shadow DNA in the sample. Shadow DNA? What's that? It is very rare, but shadow DNA is one of many processes used to change one kind of life form to another. It is cybertronic DNA. And the substance that was able to reactivate the original code and thus deactivate the shadow DNA is cybertronium. That's what's outside in the air. It means I may be able to reason with her. Part of her has become one of us. She may be able to be reasoned with. What? Surely you're not serious. She's insane, Optimal. I've got to try. Maybe her only chance. Regis, are you here? Regis, I know you're out here.
I will not kill you for trespassing here.
I only came here to talk.
That's too bad, because I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to fight you, but you leave me no choice. You must listen. You don't know what you're doing.
Excuse me, I don't know what I'm doing.
I knew that you were organic at some point. If you continue to assist the Invid, they'll lay waste to this world and enslave or destroy all the inhabitants.
Not my problem. My one and only concern is that Starsinger continues to function. Nothing else matters.
But protecting an Invid makes no sense.
I was appointed by Primus himself. Are you questioning his wisdom?
But protecting Starsinger because you're in love with him, that's just wrong.
You don't understand. I must protect Starsinger. If you or any Sentinel ever harmed him, I swear it'd take weeks just to find all your separate components.
I do understand. Part of you has become transformed. You've become one of us.
No, I'm not good. You're lying to trick me. You will pay for this injustice. I am not good. I'm evil.
Not anymore. Why else would you play nice with the very ones who took your planets and your memories? You know that this is not us. It was the energy field, switching from shadow to light. Please, Primus has seen you, and you see him.
I do not follow your god. I follow my own god.
You're now something quite mortal, trapped in that form. You're experiencing the madness of the energy field. It's making you different, changing you from within. We can help you. They will use you. We will not.
You are confusing me. I do not like being deceived.
Ow. Why do I keep doing that? Optimo, you look like you'd be alive. There's a nasty hole in you. You should have gone with Tall Spike and 6 Zor to condenser. The 3 of you may have been able to do it. How do you figure? I just had a feeling.
He gets that a lot. Side effects from the energy field.
She was holding back. She could have destroyed me right then and there, but chose not to. So, what did she say? Not much, but it's clear there's more to her than we previously thought. It seems she doesn't just see herself as Starsinger's protector. I believe she's enamored with him. To her, it doesn't matter if the entire planet's destroyed, if Starsinger remains alive. She got very emotional when she just as much threatened to tear me from limb to limb if I ever did anything to harm Starsinger. Guardians falling in love with their charges, that's not unheard of. But she's an Invid. I thought they didn't think anything but hate, conquest, war, and destruction. The problem is finding out what she's thinking. It's really too bad we can't read her mind on this planet. So then I guess this means that if we want to avoid the Guardian's wrath, we have to pull our punches when it comes to Starsinger. Well, I did some research, Zor, The sudden influx of cybertronium into Optera's atmosphere seems to have slightly coincided with the appearance of the Guardian. When I discovered the presence of the shadow DNA and the cybertronium, I made a connection. How she got from DNA to Optera, I do not know. However, someone had to help her and spray this into the atmosphere, deliberately sending the cybertronium here via meteors to restore her to her true form.
But who would have turned her into a humanoid cat in the first place? Most importantly, why?
Finding the answer to that would be extremely difficult, if not impossible.
It was a rhetorical question, Lang.
Yes, of course. Very clever.
Oh, Regis, it's you.
What happened to you?
The Sentinels happened, that's what.
Well, at least you landed shiny side up.
Well, I am a cat. I was chasing them like a ball of yarn.
Oh, I see. He led you into a trap.
Not exactly. I led him into a trap. Oh, we had other things to do. We were going to expand headquarters. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. You weren't supposed to tell me what? It was supposed to be a surprise, but I think I just blew it. Well, that obviously wasn't much of one. Yes, we made you quarters.
We weren't supposed to tell her about that yet. I know how her mind works. You see, I would prefer that she spend more of her time here at our headquarters. However, simply demanding that she do so would have the opposite effect. This way, she'll have a reason to spend more of her time here, and the fact that it's going to be a surprise to her will activate a desirable emotional response, so that she'll want to be here more. How clever, but I don't see why you'd send us to keep her busy. We'd probably crash into something and forget about the whole thing. Well, I had a very good reason for not sending you.
And what is that?
Regis has a weak telepathic link to you that gets stronger when you're in close proximity. If you'd been the one to keep her occupied, she would have sensed that was going on.
Telepathic link?
It's part of having a guardian. That was how she was able to know when you were in danger. You may not be aware of it, but Sonadad was able to detect it.
But wouldn't she sense what's going on now?
At this distance, she would only sense something if there was a serious risk to your life. Things that are not of life and death importance would not even register. Forget your surprise. The Sentinels have come for Regis, and they're all outside.
No. Where are the Sentinels? Let's get them.
They're right here. Go get them, Regis.
What was that?
It looked like some kind of magic. Well, it's not. It's science. The doppelganger lady that switched sides is right. Bring in the giant robot.
The giant robot is approaching.
Now counteract the spells before she can use them, using the cybertronium in the atmosphere. The giant robot is almost in position. Now counteract the spells before she can use them. The robot will remain a distraction. Quickly, Sentinels, attack. That thing is being piloted by flesh creatures. Destroy them.
Ting to ting to ting to ting. Ting to ting to ting to ting. Ouch, that hurt.
Let's get out of here. You sure showed them, didn't you? It was weird, like I was transported to another place, even though I could see what was happening.
Well, during the summoning process, just before a Guardian force appears, any damage that would have gone to you is taken by the GF instead. And then the GF appears, and the summoner and any allies are temporarily sent to the GF's dimension.
Starsinger told Regis to go get him. She did. Well, that explains it. Regis can use magic. She probably healed him with a spell. How's she able to tear through metal in that exosuit? So we used the Guardian technology and the Transtector technology to summon this to life. I thought Regis was Starsinger's guardian. Why is she helping other ones?
She didn't. Did she come when we first attacked?
No, she didn't.
Then she probably just stumbled upon him while he was injured and decided to help him as a friend.
Is she friends with the other Invids? It's possible. We know so little about her. She's the same one that was on Tyrol and the other planet? Yes, both planets. We're familiar with this type of creature.
She was chosen as the guardian of Starsinger.
A guardian for an Invid?
I don't understand it either. We've received word from the ship. We are to discreetly leave the area. Why don't we just crush the Invid and get it over with?
We are civilized. There's another planet in motion. We are the guardians of this vehicle. Let it move out.
I thought that giant kaiju would step on us. But it didn't. Kind of looked like Triptychon. It's not even much of a fight. The Sentinels are just standing over there.
I would like to say I cast a spell on them, but I didn't. What is so funny?
They lured us out here. It was a trick, and we fell for it. I didn't know Autobots were that clever.
I am picking up a large energy surge, sir. It is targeting our base.
No. The battle with the Sentinels had taken an unexpected turn. The Regis had unknowingly cast an attack that caused the death of Streets, a Sentinel. Immediately, all of her powers were stopped cold. She didn't know this. Optimo grieved for the fallen comrade. Oh no, somebody killed Streets. Distraught, the Regis realized her error, but it was too late.
Oh, that's just prime.
The battle continued as the kaiju stomped forward, and abruptly stopped.
Maintain low orbit. Prepare to move in. Scramble all Robotech fighters and push them back. Now is the time.
Prepare to engage.
Open a channel to the Sentinels. It's time to end this.
We are ready to engage the main gun. We have a controlled burst, aiming the energy field directly at the Decepticon Invid headquarters.
Prepare the weapon. It must be targeted burst as not to destroy the planet. We merely want to hit the base with it.
Weapons locked. Ready to fire.
Ready to fire. Ready to go. All hands in position.
All hands ready, sir.
Ready, main gun. Fire.
Robotech people, they just obliterated the Decepticons. I would not have expected that.
Wow, they're totally obliterated. Sir, we should go check it out. They're decimated.
No, I didn't think he'd actually do it. I thought the Admiral was bluffing.
They destroyed the base entirely. Does that mean that they took out Starsinger too? Wasn't he being protected by the Invid lady?
Yeah, she should have protected him.
Something weird's going on over there. There's a weird light over the whole thing.
Well, if he had powers as a triumvirate, we should probably use him now. Let's move out and report to the ship. No! She's using the power of the Prime somehow. We must stop her. What are we going to do? We don't have that power, really, do we? I am Primus. Before Cybertron was, I was. Primus, is it really you? The power is within you and all of us. You each have a matrix. Now, activate them and light our darkest hour. And now, light our darkest hour. You've got the touch. You've got the power. We are transformed.
Regent, how are you alive?
But, I don't know. I seem to have turned non-corporeal like you. But when all hell's breaking loose, I'll be right in the eye of the storm.
What are you doing? Get out of here, Regent.
I now realize what you are, and I now realize what I was. No, the two of us do not belong here. We shall ascend in different directions. I no longer wish to follow you.
You want a divorce now? Preposterous. Very well, but I get custody of the bioship.
What, and I get the dead planet? Oh, that's a bum deal. Wait a minute, you mean the three of us are actually in limbo or dead?
You mean we were all blown up, and that's why I didn't save Starsinger?
Yes, welcome to Silicon Valhalla. It appears that the Primus took a side and killed us all.
Oh no, I get to spend all eternity with you. Ugh.
Admiral Hunter, it appears we won, but we didn't fight very much.
Just as well, the cons were routed anyway.
Now we can return to the Earth and our friend. Optera is liberated. The Regent and the Regis are gone. It's weird, though. Everybody reports that they were safe inside the kaiju. Thank you for letting us tag along, Admiral Hunter. Turns out you had the power of the Matrix. It was awakened by all that cybertronium in the air. We'll return to Earth then. And maybe this time. It won't be such a long trip. Well, it's about 2032 now. Well, we better get moving. Gotta clean up this place.
With the world transformed, the Sentinels and Invid seemingly completely erased from history, the SDF-3 and the G.I. Joes and crew were stuck with having liberated a planet that pretty much was abandoned by the Invid. They then decided to leave the planet and return to the Earth in the Sol system.
Status report. Did we make it home? It appears that the bioship and the master ship are here, but also there are transformer ships here. It appears that no war, and the Earth is intact.
We made it. We're home. I wonder how much time has passed.
Well, given that it took us about 6 months to get out of there from the Invid world, who knows? I haven't really added up all the dates. Could be anywhere from another 2 years to 7. Who knows? At least, as far as Earth is concerned, you know, hyperliminal space and all that. I see. Well, Sparks, open a channel.
Admiral Hunter, I see you've returned. Welcome home.
But how? We sent you guys back to Earth 9 months ago our time.
As far as the Earth is concerned, sir, it is the year 2049. How are Bowie and Aurora? Well, from my perspective, we left 9 years ago and arrived here in 2040. So, we're fine. Yeah, Bowie's teaching music on the planet, and fell in love with one of those triumvirate girls, and Aurora's fine. A little weird, but then again, she always was.
I don't understand. That much time has passed? Didn't we leave in 2025, roughly? How could it be like 20 years later? I'm sure we can explain it sometime. We made it. We're home.
Dun, 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 dun.
You can thank me later. Okay, what the heck just happened? Our space-time position seemed to change, sir.
Still Earth, sir. I'm attempting to get confirmation.
I'm receiving a signal from the Joe ship, sir.
Well, hope somebody's home. On screen.
Hello, Admiral Hunter. It is agreeable to see you again, sir. We did not expect you to arrive so soon.
Dana, Commander Stokes, what's going on? Admiral Hunter, did you by chance encounter a cat-like thing that looked kind of like Primus that boosted you along? I think so. But a moment ago I thought it was 2049, and that'd be bad.
No, it's 2032, Admiral. About 7 months after we got here. The Transformers were waiting for the Masters when we got here. Not even a shot fired. They surrendered to the Zor Primes. Optimus Prime was a little confused, but they were welcomed.
I see. 2032, huh? Well, now I guess we're home.
We did it. We're home. Well, okay, congratulations.
Well, that's it then. Congratulations, and we're home.
It is Apollonicus. It is time to go and meet your maker. What? You mean I won't come back as a regent in that other timeline? No, that is not how it works. But how that I cease to function, the ray beam did not kill me. You've attempted to eat some of the other dead Decepticons to survive, but you ended up just dying anyway. Yeah, your biological parts weren't protected when the Cybertronium wore off, and you died. Now what am I going to do? Whatever you like. You have an eternity in the Silicon Valhalla. Oh, that's just prime.
I resemble that remark.
An eternity with you two, unable to affect the changes to the timeline.
Stop whining.
Well, at least neither of you are incels. You both had sex with me.
Don't remind me. How is it that you two managed to do that?
Well, you built the techno shell around her, fully functional, sir.
Fully functional. However, Star Singer, you're not very good either.
What?
Oh, that's just prime.
I resemble that name.
Scout and your friends, your father would be so proud of you.
Thank you, Maximus. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Yeah, you do kind of resemble Ultra Magnus, my father. Thanks.
Thanks, Maximus. You have a mission for us, don't you?
I do. The humans have found the planet Liberta, and they would like to set up a colony there, in joint with the Zentradi and the Masters. I would like you to help set up a task force to go there.
Very well, Maximus. When do we leave?
I'm game.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Who's the human leader? Dana Sterling?
No, she's only 18 years old and barely an ensign. The Masters were wrong about that. The timeline doesn't even work.
That's okay, because in the other timeline, it was 2021 and it was the Southern Cross versus the Zor Lords. Well, look forward to it. Transform your day into an adventure. Zor Lords, transform and roll out, but don't actually show it. Am I dreaming? No, this is not a dream. It must be. You're me from the future. Alternately, yes, and sometimes the present. Captain Hunter and Admiral Hunter, where are we? The SDF-3 of my time was pulled into a black hole in the 2030s and met the Transformers on the other side. Yeah, it was weird. That didn't happen to us. We got back from the mission with the Sentinels in 2032. That kind of matches you up with the Macross 7 series a little bit. It's another timeline. The Macross and Southern Cross and New Generations universe are a multiverse. Mostly because they screwed it up when they made it Robotech, but we still love it. So where specifically are you from, me, from the other timeline? Let me see, 2051 to 2053, yeah. 2053, that's over 20 years from now. And in my timeline, Min-Mei was a singer. Not in your timeline, though. In my timeline, she runs a restaurant. I'm assuming she did the singing thing in yours and helped to win the war, but there was no war in this timeline. Sort of a non-plus war, subverting expectations. But what do we do now? How do we go on? Just be yourself, or rather me. Why is it that you remind me of my father? I'm you, 20 years in the future, that's why. It's too bad we can't have a concert to honor the return of the Sentinels. Actually, I think there's a few in your cast that could sing and do that. I mean, have auditions and stuff and do all that. Wouldn't that take time? You have all the time in the world, Rick Hunter. You have a different future. Make it a good one. Back to the future, really? By the shapings of the protoculture. Or Godspeed, Rick Hunter. You know, some of our generation can sing. Maybe Min-Mei can be the front man. Goodbye for now. See you in the future. Or the past.
Welcome, everyone, to the first concert of the Robotechs on the planet. And we have a special guest who will show up later. But we are currently going to start singing the anthem on your own, as you know, lonely soldier, we might get flagged by a certain website if we actually played the song, so we're going to improvise.
Oh, lonely soldier.
Hit it, everyone.
Life is only what we choose to make it. Let us take it. Let us be free. We can find the glory we all dream of. And with our love, we can win. Blessed with strong hearts that beat as one, watch us soar. With a love that conquers all, we'll win this battle. This last battle, we can win. We can win. We can win. We can win. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Life is only what Transformers. Let us take it. Transform. Let us be free. Your destiny. Cut.